Hi-oh, beaver! Away!
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Critscast. Tonight we've got a pretty exciting match for you as we kick it off into the UGC Season 26 Premium Highlander. We're going to be starting off with an upper bracket round. This is going to be Bureau versus Art of Throwing. So two teams that we've seen we've seen Art of Throwing a lot in UGC the past few seasons. They've been doing pretty well. Bureau, a very old team actually that seems to have made a little comeback there. So exciting to see what they have in store for us. My name is Chando. We got Wiethoofd on productions, and I'm joined once again by none other than Buck. Buck, how are you doing today? Are you excited for this match?
Yeah, I'm doing alright. Looking forward to this. Start the playoffs games for UGC. Bit of a different whitelist to ETF2 than we're used to, so going to be seeing if there's any different use of unlocks, really. But, looking at these sort of two maps today, so far we know it's going to be Upward and Borneo, I think. So, a bit of a staple Highlander again. Double payload, actually, to start off with, so no sort of massive DM Koth fests right now. But, you have to see if they pull anything crazy off today for both teams.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of payload action tonight. Although, if it does go down to that best of three, the third map will be Koth Product, which has been informed. So we're going to be seeing a little bit of that DM action if it comes to that. And I believe both all the payload maps are going to be best of three as well. So we might be in for a long haul here, guys. So make sure you grab a drink, bit of popcorn, get ready to kick back. So let's move on to some of these teams now. So the Bureau, I think, is interesting to see them playing again. I mean, it's not exactly the same as it was, back in ETF2. I think it was probably like season 9 or 8 or something that they were playing, and they were kind of up there. I believe they won the high bracket or the high division a long time ago. But it's a slightly different roster. Buck, do you want to start us off with that one?
Well, I say I would do, but the UGC servers are kind of dead right now, and because of how the UGC rosters work, it's kind of a bit awkward to try and go down them right now. But, look at these players right now. I mean, they're roughly on the same team, so looking at it right now, I reckon Nightmare, looking at him, is going to be playing Spy, or maybe Medic. So McNando, again, might be playing, like, Sniper or Spy. Strono will definitely be playing Pyro, and Strono is quite good with the Reflex. We've got Ripe, could be playing Heavy most likely. Rambo will most likely be playing NG. We've got Justice, or 147, so I'll probably be calling him Justice. Could be playing Scout most likely. And Haku and Quick Triple A, I'll have to find out what they're playing because I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of players I'm familiar with there. I'm not necessarily seeing them in the Bureau. I guess sort of the likes of Kronos and Scrambled, I think we played them for a while. Matex and the like. I guess they kind of have long departed from the TF2 scene. But yeah, I mean, McNando, Justice, I guess they play with them for a while. I think Haku as well. Ripe as well. So yeah, there are some familiar faces coming to me from that Bureau roster. Art of Throwing, on the other hand, a team that I think has primarily been in the UGC scene for a few seasons now. Now, looking at it, I'd say it's very similar to Wheat Cake Sellers that play ETF2. Buck, you play for that team, so you might have a little bit better insight about this team than I do.
Yeah, this is basically my team, but with Seb on Medic. So when this UGC season started, I kind of said, I don't really mind UGC. I just want to kind of kick back and, throw some casts up, see what goes on. So I didn't really mind. And Seb's been doing all right, to be fair. Looking forward to see what they can sort of pull off here against Bureau. I'm not really sure how often Bureau scrims and that sort of thing, actually playing together, and comparing that to the scrims that kind of we've been doing reasonably alright. So you have to see if they do okay on this payload.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got a very strong roster. Murphy, I think, is a really good pickup for Art of Throwing, a very, very strong demo. Played Premier for a few seasons as well. Denkra, Nutty Sniper as well, as far as I can tell, from what I've seen. Basically, yeah, I think the whole roster's got a pretty good chance at taking this victory. If I had to give a prediction, I would probably edge this one in favour of Art of Throwing, based on their cohesion in ETF2. It's a very similar roster to Wheat Cake Sellers, as we mentioned, and yeah, I think they've got some good cohesion. Looking forward to seeing how they play kind of stock map like Upward. And Bureau, on the other hand, again, there are some huge names there. You know, they were dominating sort of the high divisions of Highlander like a long way back. Whether or not they have been playing consistently since then, I'm not too sure. It might be the case that they're a little bit rusty. I see Bez has joined as well. He was an old player for the Bureau as well, an absolutely insane sniper in his day. So really looking forward to seeing how he fares up against the more kind of new, fresh talents such as Denkra there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, Bez has been around for a while. I think he's played with a few Italian teams in the past. But yeah, we're going to be going live very soon here as they're going to be trying to set up. But yeah, looking on the side of throwing, like, yeah, definitely looking at Murphy to try and put out as much damage as possible. Spans as well I think really does well on Scout. Even if it is payload, like I think he can probably frag. But I mean, he's up against probably the likes of Justice actually is on Soldier. McNando will be on Scout. So yeah, we won't be facing the Justice Scout because I know the Justice Scout can be quite scary, but the Justice Soldier is probably even scarier.
He's just a lethal player all round, I think, there. But yeah, no, we are now going live into this upper bracket round of UGC Season 26 Premium Highlander, brought to you by Critscast. If you want to drop a subscribe down at the bottom there, it'd be greatly appreciated. And as we get into this setup now, we're going to be seeing the Art of Throwing team is going to be on the defense first. We've got the Sentry set up there, default spot, both teams playing stock as well. No crits or Vax gimmicks just yet. I mean, yeah, I suppose that's probably because Nightmare's not playing medic for that team. He's a renowned vaccinator enthusiast. And as these doors almost go open here now, we're about to go live. And we've got a fairly strong setup there from Art of Throwing so far. I think Murphy's probably got some traps hidden somewhere. There they are, behind sort of the wooden post as the doors open. And that's one for the kill feed there as Ripe gets fragged by Murphy's Sticky Trap, and they're just slowly trying to get that cart into a good position, maybe getting ready for that suicide wave. They sniff out Nightmare as well. He's not going to be a threat, but Quicker with a huge bomb in, does get shut down by Extra Solar. Second one comes in onto Justice, reflected by Sis, well surfed away by Sebastian there, and yeah, very well. It was a good attempt, but very well defended by Art of Throwing.
Yeah, good denial coming in there from Art of Throwing. We've got Bez right now, though, sitting on this rooftop with no worry of a spy, because Strono is on his back. So going to see if we can get any sort of picks at the moment. The snipers are in a bit of a different place, though, as Denkra is trying to get a buff from Seb, trying to sneak him out, as they just get McNando on the cart. So going to be slowing that cart progress down. Murphy trying to spam them out as much as possible, but sort of slow progress. The May doesn't actually come out. Haku looking to come out very soon, I think.
Yeah, they're taking it slow at the moment here. You got Bez kind of trying to get a sight line from that top left hill. Finally, he's going to get the snipe onto Denkra, actually. It's a really incredible pick there. That's going to give a lot of mobility now for the rest of his team. Haku's already made his way out. They might be getting ready for this exchange here. He has to use off. He takes a fat pipe from Murphy. And now that Uber's exchanged, Sis doing a really good job of denying. Someone's got to deal with Ripe there. And that is going to be the help of Sis and Bees. They're going to take him down together. And they pick off McNando as well. Extra Solar on that 3k. Followed up with Murphy as he picks off Strono. And Justice is going to go down as well to Bees. So very well defended there. And both medics still intact with more or less equal Ubers. So I think they're going to have to maybe take a different approach now, Bureau.
Yeah, I think Bureau kind of just like went in one by one there. They kind of just started losing people left, right, and centre, and then it kind of just ended up with 3 of them alive. I mean, they did have Haku kept alive here, but it's going to be about even Ubers. Just looking for another bomb in. There's Extras kind of on the fist right now, but he does get picked off the spans. We have a nice shot there from the scatter gun as Bees has a conch trying to push them back, and Fire or Frog, as he's aliased up us right now, just managed to get the demo. So no spam right now.
Yeah, they did a really good job of consistently holding this. They're just playing very comfortably at the moment. After and they're not really in any danger at all. They're consistently getting the frags they need to just hold comfortably. They take Strono, they take Rambosaur as well, and it just finds Bureau finding it very hard to get a foothold. And one player that's really standing out is Bez. He's winning these sniper duels a lot, and the rest of his team just aren't following up at the moment here. If they do get that pick on Spans, they might be able to exploit the flank there a little bit. You can kind of start seeing Justice going for that bomb into Playground now. He's getting some damage out there. They lose Ripe. But now, as you can see, they're running around right side there. They lose Stronate as well, and that Uber gets popped off. That's not a great situation there. They do manage to get the stab onto Extra Solar, but oh my god, Quicker's just absolutely shot himself off the cliff through Zamperoni's Wrangler. Very, very nicely done there. The Uber does get countered by Seb, But yeah, they're going to sit very comfortably. Haku getting that saw onto fire, though. That's going to give a tasty little 20% advantage for him. That might be enough to work with if they're quick about it. They get that stab onto bees as well, but they're losing players in the process. Ripe and Nightmare both getting picked off, and the reinforcements are in quicker on the respawn, getting that damage out. I think they might want to commit to the dry push here, but they're losing players very quickly. And still being held very well. Span's going to take down Stronic. Rambo's going to go down as well. Was that the Rap Assassin kill?
Yeah, I think it was. I think he killed him with the baseball sort of thing, or the ball from the Rap Assassin. So a bit of an insult to injury kill right there. But yeah, I mean, Nightmare's doing like bits of work here in the back. Not really dealing with the Spire that well out of throwing, because they've been managing to get picks here and there. Murphy might get caught up as Mignander holds W, but he's going to survive a bit now. Harko on 100%, so not actually going to be able to use that 25% Uber advantage he got from the Ubersaur earlier as they try and defend this hill for now.
They have set up quite aggressively though. This is a kind of a strong opinion set up here, and it really does work if they have some strong DM, and they had a very good first hold, so I'm sure they can replicate it on this second. They do lose spans underneath, and now they're starting to get a little bit just caught, pushing that cart very nicely. Bees with the spam takes down Justice. That's going to slow things down a little bit there. That Uber does get exchanged though. I don't know if that was forced or not, and they lose Murphy to the reflect, and now Haku's going to have 100% ads. And they're going to have to back up here a little bit. You still got Denkra playing on that rock though. Gets one frag onto Strone. It's a nice first pick. And he gets a headshot onto someone else as well. I think that was the demo. But now they're finally starting to surge forward here quicker, leading the charge. He's a bit overextending from his team. His team taking this a little bit slower. They've taken top 3 now. They don't have a sentry to deal with either, as far as I can see. So they might be able to get a pretty easy push here. But brilliant drop. Denkra with a body shot onto Haku. Going to change everything now. As Seb coming into 50%, they can afford to take a little bit more room. High bomb from Justice does get denied by Extra Solar. Nice attempt nonetheless, and reflect kill by Sis. Spans cleaning up Nightmare, but they just can't have the space now. That was very nicely dry pushed from the Bureau. Despite lacking a medic, they just kept it going. There's nothing to lose there, and yeah, they really paid off for them as they take the second point now. Seb coming into 100% here. They're going to be holding third. They got Zamperoni with the aggressive level 3 there up on balcony, playing very, very aggro here. This is a comfortable setup for them, but we're starting to see a little bit more DM domination coming out from the Bureau here, so we'll see how this develops.
Yeah, I'm getting a spy kill on the cart on the soldier coming out from fires. Yeah, they're questionable positioning out of throwing on second, but imagine to pull it back now into this third hold. Obviously, third hold being a bit more comfortable to hold since it's got, you know, a bit less sight lines and it's easy to spam the tracks from high ground. As yeah, Zam's got this sort of level 3 up here right now with Bees spamming it out. Quicker managed to barely get out on very low health there, so almost losing their demo in the process. But yeah, gonna be 100% on Seb right now if they decide to try and walk in here preemptively.
Absolutely, Bez getting that frag onto Exola. Dekra's going to return the favour, takes down Ripe and punishes Bez as well. Justice is likewise going to get fragged. Rambo Store as well. Denkra on that 3K, popping off shots left, right and centre here. But that's not going to stop Bureau. They exchange that Uber now through Trench. Very well denied by Sis. They send Quicker absolutely flying away. Did manage to find some ground there and get out alive. As Frog, Fire gets picked off as well, but they want to keep this dry push going here. They've finally got a foothold in. They've got to deal with Extra Solar now, who's coming in through a Banana. He finds Justice. Bez is going to get that frag onto Spans here, but they've had to lose some space a little bit. Art of Throwing backing up pretty safely here now, and brilliant pick by Denkra onto Quicker. Haku's going to go down as well. Ripe too. Nice follow-up. Insane DM from Art of Throwing there as they find Bez as well. They've got to block this cart though. It's up to McNando. He does get taken down by Bees, and they might be able to use this opportunity to play a little bit more aggressive, but they've got to watch that cart. Justice in there as well. Very well denied by Sis. He's still alive though. He's taken a lot of damage. They find Rambasaur. They find Justice as well. Sis, absolutely incredible denial there. And Denkra now hits that 5k, takes down Quicker. Really good DM. And Ripe, he is unstoppable at the moment.
Yeah, Denkra going ham right now, but I mean, with the picks that Art throwing out, I'm surprised they didn't deny this cart earlier because they had like almost a 4-player out at one point and they were just letting the flank still cap the cart. Murphy having to obviously direct the spam one way or the other, so taking that in mind, obviously Bureau will be. I mean, level 3 sentry still up as well. Seb's in on 100% as well. Also going to shout out that Seb was probably the luckiest person alive because before he was on like 10 health and then used, so managed to actually keep the defense alive right there with a bit of luck and his health. But yeah, Riper going down once again. finding his head a lot seems to be Denkra right now.
Yeah, he's absolutely killing it at the moment here, but Frog's going to find that stab onto Bez, and their push wasn't all that successful. Both teams did use their Ubers, but they've more or less been able to hold on to this for now. They did lose that sentry. It's getting built up again. I mean, actually, I think Zamperoni just moved, actually. And that cart's got a long way to go to get back up to that hill. Murphy with a brilliant pipe onto McNando as well there. And they are giving up a bit of space at Art of Throwing, but they're still holding onto it really nicely. Extra Solar finds Strone. That's a nice first pick. Denkra finding Ripe once again. He cannot get a break at the moment. And yeah, very nicely done. Someone's got to deal with Justice on the cart though. Murphy finds that frag onto Nightmare. But they're still getting it. It's ×3 now. ×4, McNando down, but so nearly get that card. They've got to hold on to that now. Someone should be sticking onto that like glue if they want any chance of holding this. It hasn't made contact yet, and oh my god, that is insane.
Yeah, he gets the mid again. Hawker going down, 100% Uber in the bank for Seb still. As Extra Solar now on the Brass Beast can be sticking on this card. Just needs to watch out for Spy, probably is his biggest threat here. As Denkra is still going off, he finds Rambo. And Bez going down in the back line as well to fire on the Spy class. So, yeah, not much luck trying to get any space in here. I mean, they're going to try and wait for this cart to come back. Nightmare on the cart right now, going to try and push it back. Just managed to get extra. Can he cap it? No one's on it. Ooh, massive headshot from Denkra, absolutely carrying this defense right now.
He is just absolutely unstoppable. Just anytime they want to make a push through Trench, Denkra's going to get one, maybe two picks there. Big bomb in from Quicker there. Finally, they're going to get the cart with that as well. Uber gets popped off. So I don't know. Maybe they should have played this back a little bit. As Haku's now going to have a 60 ad to work with here, but they might be able to still hold fairly aggressively on tracks. Try and get that early force. As Denkra now, was he on like 17k or something insane? And yeah, he is just absolutely carrying Art of Throwing at the moment here. It's quite incredible. Bear's going to get picked off. Denkra going to find McNando again. You can still got this kind of aggressive hold from front stairs here. There he goes, taking Justice as well. Nightmare going to get fragged by Murphy. Murphy was actually on a pretty good kill streak as well. Almost a 10k there. And yeah, just insane damage coming from the combo from Denkra. They have fallen back now, taking this top area now. Bees kind of watching the tracks. They're holding front stairs here very nicely. Someone's got to be careful of backstairs though, as here come Bureau from under. The Extra Solar's just going to plow towards them and try and push them off. Uber gets popped off here. Seb's only on 80, 90% even. He's going to have to really kite this one out here. He's doing quite a good job, but the Spy's in a great position. Uber gets popped off, but he almost lost everyone. Sis is there to follow up. And he's going to just run forward. He might be able to find that Spy there. Quicker going to go down. Bez as well. Both Ubers popped off. I don't know if they're going to be able to actually hold onto top here, as the dry push is coming back in now from the Bureau from backstairs. They're going to find Sis and Spans. It was quite nicely done there, but Denkra's not done yet. He's absolutely murdering the opposition here. And see if he can pull anything out of the hat, because at the moment they've had to fall back now to spawn pretty much. As Extra Solar, Bees, Denkra all going to go down. Finally goes down, doesn't achieve that godlike kill streak, but a nice high bomb from Justice is going to get shut down as well by Zamperoni. McNando going to get stabbed. Now the picks are coming in for Art of Throwing. Might be able to make this work. We've really got to start taking some more space here, as Strono just grabs onto the cart now. He's getting a little bit of space. Bomb from Bees just gets absolutely shut down though by 147 or Justice, and they're carrying this cart now. Strone doing a very good job here. He's going to get stabbed by Frog. That was very nicely done there. Brilliant timing. That's going to put a pin in that push for sure. They are getting the frags, but they haven't got anyone on that car at the moment, and it's not going to be long before it falls back. Denkra finds that headshot onto Bez. Very nicely done. They might be able to get a setup from this.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot going on, but I mean, Spans has been doing work trying to clear out this upper area as the combo's now rotating into it. They have 100%. But the car has been neglected. Some massive knockback from Bees, manages to push Strono into the pit. But Seb now with Murphy, kind of feeling the need to use here on very low health, and Bez looking at him. But Seb now left alone. We're trying to run up in this upper, but runs into Justice. Really disconnect there from Murphy as he tries to secure the high ground. Rambo's going to be on the car right now. Murphy's trying to clear Justice out this top area, but the demo being down will not be that great for Art of Throwing, as Strono almost going down to fire. But they have very low health. They really want to cap this guy. Extra still under here though, trying to fire on them.
Someone's got to deal with Stronate now, and I think that might be it. No one's there to jump the car. The Pyro is. It's all a little too late. Brilliant attempt, but it's not going to quite cut it from Sis. And 13 minutes 5, not too great, really. For a high level match, you're really looking about half that usually. I'm sure Art of Throwing are going to be coming into this offense pretty confidently now. Very, very well defended, especially on third, and Denkra almost hitting that godlike kill streak there. Absolutely unstoppable.
Yeah, they need to play around Denkra like as much as possible. Like Sis needs to be on his butt constantly. You know, the med needs to be healing him with the bus so he can just always take down Bez, even if it is a body shot and that sort of thing. Because yeah, that man is having the game of his life right now. Gonna be seeing some sort of standard defense again. Also, just to say as well, in its complete comparison, Bear's actually bottom scoring. I mean, he has been focused quite a lot by several people, including Fire, on the Spy, so yeah, I mean, his team probably just needs to help him out a bit more, probably give him some more sight lines. I mean, you know, players like Bees and Spans on the flank for Art of Throwing have been doing a good job of trying to deny them, and Murphy's had pretty free spam. So yeah, gotta look forward to seeing if they can actually change up anything here to try and deny Art of Throwing a bit better.
Absolutely. Now, doors open there. They're pretty quick to get out, actually. Murphy wasting no time getting into position, getting some spam out there. And is this going to be the Fist of Steel Buffalo Steak Sandwich from Solar? He's going to rush in. He's going to the right there. He's been sniffed out by the scout, but he ain't done yet. He's going to run straight into the sentry. However, it kind of worked. It went down in the end. And, I mean, maybe that was just a little distraction play there. But it kind of worked. They did lose Rambo Saw. Now they've lost Nightmare as well. No NG, no Sentry. Might be needs for a push there. Bears finally gets that headshot onto Bees as well. And he gets the headshot onto Denkra. This might be what he needs now. That, you know, sniper defense is much more overpowered than a sniper on offense. So we might be seeing some much better plays from him now as he hits that 3K, taking down Murphy. Extra Solar going to go down as well. Nicely played there by Bears, finally getting some kills on.
Yeah, definitely, and they're going to be trying to push this cart in, like, slowly but surely. You know, they did get the sentry pick, but, like, they've not really seemed to have gone off it. I mean, it's level 1 right now. Rambo's kind of struggling to try and get any ground with it. Telly goes down as well on the exit, and so, you know, no teleport right now if they decide to push in. Just to try and do some work on the side as well, to try and deny spans from walking in here. But Ripe, with this Atomic Slab, is just spamming them from this top area, and, you know, Seb's still not walking out either, so... I mean, they have the time to pace this, so maybe they don't want to rush it, so... But, I mean, they need to be aware of the first, like, 4 minutes for the first point in the timer as well, if they decide to pace this.
They're playing very well. Denkra finally gets that headshot onto Bez there. It's going to open up a bit of mobility now for Art of Throwing as they push in here. Very close stab by Nightmare onto Seb, but he turns around just in time and pops up accordingly. Counted now by Haku. That's a solo onto Murphy there. Nice surf away by Seb. He's going to get away alive and well. They might be able to commit to the stripers here, but it's equal numbers. It's going to be quite hard now. They've got to find that opening pick. They lose Murphy as well. That's going to put a pin in that push for them. However, Magnando and Justice both going down. No flank now on the defending team. They might be able to exploit that, push around the right side if they choose to. They got Ripe on the playground to deal with as well. They're also pushing that car very nicely. Extra Solar just playing the car. Team player right there as he commits to it. Very, very nicely. And a nice stab onto Haku by Frog, actually. It's going to change everything now. That is huge for Seb as he comes into 75 there. Denkra finds Stronate. Ripe goes down as well. This might be a second point as well if they can keep this momentum going.
Nightmare is still in the backline now. I think he might be on Cloak and Dagger. Might be trying to look for a pick. He is a bit on low health. But yeah, the 3 picks now onto this hill. Art of Throwing should be surging forwards here with Denkra on the position to get some frags here, and Murphy leading the charge. Everyone else needs to be in. It only needs to be times 3 in the car. I think there's... Yeah, the flank from BR is actually in the tunnel and struggling to deal with Justice and McNando on the scout. But I mean, they've taken the hill space quite well. Extra's now in the window, and they're on 100% as well, so... Bez getting picked up as well. He's not going to do very well for them, so they're going to try and make some space here and push his car in if they can actually clear Justice out of tunnel.
Yeah, he is holding that to the death. He's going to pick up the health pack, popping off his conch as well, so he can pretty much regen his health, given enough time there, and he's still there, he's still safe. Finally, it looks like he might be going down. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. But does take Sis with him though, so nicely done there. Finally, they're going to get that times 3 on. And if we go back up to the high ground now, and Quick is going to go down along with Nightmare, and they're still holding this pretty consistently. They're just locking off second, despite that little blip under with Justice. They're able to kind of push this car into second, taking it for free. Seb now with 100%. Haku on the other hand also coming into 100% now. Bez going to take that pick onto Extra Solar as Murphy finds quicker. Bez getting that frag onto Murphy as well. Nice stab by Haku. No, onto Haku I should say, sorry. as he gets dropped there by Frog Fire. And now that Uber's going to come out. I think that might have been a force because it was a little premature, but they're still going to make the best of it. However, denied very nicely by Stronade, but even he can't hold them all off as he goes down along with McNando. Nightmare getting that backstab onto Bees, and Extra Solar just eating a sandwich, and I don't really know what to make of that.
She's just casually going to eat. Oh, nice air shot from Justice onto Murphy there. But yeah, Fire did a lot of the work in the backlines there, getting the engine and the med pick afterwards. But like his team's not really seem to make much space of it. They're pushing the car up right now, but I don't know. Maybe they just use to hold the corner. They're a lot down on the defense right now. As actually, Bez getting the snipe onto Denker might delay this a bit longer. As Justice actually pops his conch. But again, another stab onto Haku. Haku, turn around, my friend. You need to stay alive.
Playing it really well at the moment. Fire just completely focusing the med there. Sis gets a brilliant reflect onto Justice. McNando down as well, playing this card methodically. And Seb's actually going to go down this time to a nice pistol shot by Nightmare. Going to revolve him down into the respawn queue. But they're playing the car really well here. They got Spans, Zamperoni. What have they got to deal with the... Ooh, Nightmare almost. Spans turns around just in time, and he's going to continue playing that card. Spam now coming out from Murphy. He's trying to get that damage onto the sentry there, but having some trouble with it. Finally taking it down with Rambo Sword. That's actually an insane pick. Going to really delay the setup. If they can keep this momentum going, they might be able to start walking into third, but this might be wishful thinking at the same time. They're going to now push under Seb and Haku on the same amount of Uber more or less here, and now there's a lot of damage going on in the under area. They're going to have to back up a little bit. Quicker does go down. Stronate as well.
Oh my god.
You lose Extra Solar, but that might be enough for a dry push here if Raipe can be dealt with, but he's actually popping off himself here, getting a few picks himself, but Murphy going to run just straight in, deal with Haku. Seb's going to use his Uber now. Very, very nicely done there. Bez finds Denkra, but at this rate, the damage has been done, and they are really... Bureau, are going to be forced to kind of play back a little bit. They've lost the upper area. Nightmare gets that stab onto Extra Solar, and Rambo Saw finds Seb, so maybe I spoke too soon here, as the push is looking a little weak now from Art throwing.
Yeah, that was going to cut a strike from the Bureau before, but I mean, Nightmare's actually finding a few picks to try and maybe turn this around. Justice is in the high ground as well, so it's going to be difficult for them to get on the cart. Quicker is on top area as well, and Haku actually turned this around and just get some Ubersaw onto Fire there, so we're picking that spy up. Cart is nearing very close though, and Strono is going to be sitting in this sort of area. I've seen him play here like quite a lot before. Extra was originally playing underneath this truck area before. We're trying to air blast them right now, but Seb going down as well to Bears, I think. So and gets Dinkra. So yeah, Bears actually going to be popping off on this last defense.
Yeah, and that was a really tight shot from Bez there, as he found Seb. Really nicely done. Nightmare's going to find Sis as well. This might give the opportunity for Bureau to start trying to take upper. You can see they're pushing under now, but they lose Hacker in the process, and Quicker as well. McNando's going to go down. That was fatal with Extra Solar on that 3K. Finds Rambosaur as well. Wow, that was fatal there. Just the wrong place, the wrong time for Haku, and just walks straight into Murphy's sticks there. But Strono has got something to say about it as he finds Seb as well. Back and forth, frags here. Fez finding Zamperoni, Sis, and Frog all going to go down as well. The car is so close. Played by Spans. He's going to take the spam. Murphy's going to get fragged down as well. He was trying that card, but we might be in a similar situation to that we saw the last round here.
Yeah, okay, what they need to do right now, they've got 5 minutes, they've got loads of times, they just need to slow this down and just, like, try and take some, like, better route, like, exchanges and try and get some high ground, get their sniper up into the high ground, that sort of thing, get that pyro and their heavy on the car, focus the demo and the sentry, that sort of thing, so bring it back to basics, so hopefully they don't just, keep going one-on-one to the car. But Riper going down at the top as well, but Seb going down once again to Bez. Bez fighting heads right now, as he's definitely popping off for certain. I think he's found his mojo after warming up a bit, so yeah, glad to see he's sort of back in this, as Murphy's going to try and get on the cart with Spans. There's not much to deny this actually right now, it's just a scout, going to be trying to jump on the cart with the help of Haku. Sam needs to turn around, Justice still in here to defend though. He'll be trying to jump on this cart as much as possible. Seb now to try and get on this, but Rambo's mini shooting still. Strono on full health underneath the cart, so they need another strategy to try and get in here properly.
Yeah, they got extra solar actually, making a nice distraction there, just kind of pushing up on the left flank. But someone's got to deal with Raipe now on playing on lower there. He finally gets fragged down by Spans. That's going to definitely give the opportunity now for Arthurian to take this win here. Nice stab onto Sis though by Nightmare. Bez is going to go down. Seb and Frog as well. They're all just absolutely jumping onto the card there. Nightmare just really controlled that last push there for them, really stopped them. Very, very nicely done by him. Nightmare now going to actually find extra solar and Denkra as well there from the upper spots. This is really, really an insane play by him. They might even be able to start taking a bit of space here now, Bureau. But they're going to lose him in the process. Oh my lord, Murphy with the pipes. Absolute god that he is. He is going to find Haku. And now it's just going to be extra solar. He's playing the Huilong Heater actually, as Nightmare finds him first. However, does go down to Seb there, just back and forth frags. No one can get that card.
They're just trying to get on the card though. Sis needs to get on it more. He needs to take the package to get on it. There's no heavy, there's demo. No demo either. It's just trying to reflect them off the cart. Need to go to the side of it, but they're not managing to. Zamp dies to the air blast. It's just going to try and get on it now. But there's a level 3 coming out from Zamp actually in this sort of main track area. This has to be it now. Surely, there we go. Right, well, that was 3 minutes left on the time, so managed to do that reasonably comfortably after a few screw-ups and a bit, but yeah, managed to get in there, so that was well played by Throwing. But yeah, I mean, decent defense coming out from the assassin classes there on Bureau. I mean, Nightmare and Bez doing quite a lot of work, and I think Quicker died quite a lot there. I think he needs to probably value his life a bit.
Yeah, Quicker not really turning up as much as I would have hoped. Compare that to Murphy, he was just not really on the same level there, and we might be seeing something different as we go into the next round though. And this time it's going to be Bureau defending first, unless they swap for the last minute. No, Bureau defending first. So, I mean, Buck, obviously our throwing did take that round in 3 minutes. It was a little bit shaky. What can the Bureau do now on their defense or their offense, you think, to start winning some rounds back?
I mean, I think they've been starting to do it. They've been starting to focus Denker a lot more. I think Nightmare's been trying to go for him as much as he possibly can, and like Nightmare's been getting like extra a few times as well, and like sometimes Seb. But Bureau needs to watch out for Haku. I think Haku's probably been dying more than he would like to as well, especially on defense when he's in decent positions, and like Rambo going down as well quite a lot. I think Rambo needs to kind of like use level 3s more. He was on minis for quite a while as well. I think even on last, even if it was like a bit messy, but you know when you're next to the spawn, you can just spam level 3s. It doesn't really matter that much, to be fair, and they're usually hard to take down and easy to repair, so I don't know, I'm looking for a bit more from Haku and Rambo at the moment.
I think so, and we're going to see if they can step it up a little bit now. The doors open into this next round. There's Murphy surging forward, as we saw last round. Once again, that buffalo steak sandwich is going to be consumed by extra solar, and here he goes. The thick man that he is, running straight into them and gets absolutely nothing. But I guess he maybe scared the defending team a little bit, if nothing else, but that was about it. Denkra's going to go down to Nightmare with the pistol, with the revolver. There's going to find that frag onto Sis, and Strono going to really be whacking that Sapper at the moment. And other than that, it's just a pretty normal, pretty normal push so far now from Art of Throwing, taking it slowly. They've kind of got their suicides out the way now, with no real avail. They've got to start getting some more picks there. They do find right though, and that's going to be the first pick, and Spans! Very nicely done there. And then the body shot from Denker actually, but I think it was Spans that really opened that frag up, as forcing Bez to sort of move into the position of Denkra, and he's gonna be the one that takes him down. That's a really, really helpful pick there, and you can see Extra Solar just sort of surging forward now on that top left area. And they might even just be able to take this now. It looks like they want to get out of here. That sentry is going to go down. Both Ubers are going to get popped off. Denkra's going to find that body shot onto Justice. McNander going to go down as well. And Haku looks like he might get out with his life unless Frog finds him. But no, he's going to get spy checked by Ripe. Murphy with the huge bomb though, with Spans as well. I don't think that's going to cut it though. Quicker does fall. It's better than nothing. But yeah, I mean, they also Rampasaur as well, and Bez, so they're definitely going to have to play passive here if they can even hold second at all.
Well, Denker is just not missing at the moment. He's just going to try to come forward with Seb and Sis right now. Need to be careful of Justice actually in this window area. Oh, there are actually loads of people in this window area right now. Riper's going to be sitting up here with his bed. It's not even Ubers. Nice denial right there from Sis. But Extra's not really prepared for Riper, as Riper's going to be fighting two people at the same time. Probably not a wise decision to peek out there, but yeah, Haku's still sitting in this window, and he needs to be careful he doesn't get rushed here. It's going to be 95% for Seb right now as Sis and Murphy taking a lot of spam quicker. Big bomb in from Bees though, just the high bomb. Managed to get 2 rockets onto Haku with the big force, even in the face of a level 3 sentry. So massive players out from Bees, the soldier right there. As Seb going to be running really far forwards here. Murphy with some pipes onto the heavy, but yeah, they're going to take this second point pretty easily for now.
That was an absolute doggle for them, really. Nightmare actually finds Zemperoni, probably not the most important pick, but better than nothing. Actually gets out with his life as well, though, so he's still going to be in the back lines. Bez is going to get that headshot onto Murphy. That's really going to slow down the momentum now for the throwing. If Bez can kind of have that same domination that Denkra had in this position, then they're going to really be big trouble there. But Solar, actually, no, sorry, Justice is going to get that pick onto Seb. Seb went down, and now Bez finds Denkra as well. Murphy going to get backstabbed too, so that's going to give them a real good chance of standing up here. Haku going to have about a 70% ad, 60% ads. More than enough to work with here as Frog gets that backstab onto Bez, but I mean nonetheless Haku with that 75% Uber is going to be a huge situation here. They're going to set up very comfortably once Bez is back up.
Yeah, Conch pops as well from Justice, but Denkra getting another frag onto Rope. Rope just going down to Denkra a lot this game it seems, but yeah, Justice going down as well to Murphy Span. Span's trying to get on the car as much as he possibly can as well. Zam actually finding this pick onto McNander, so no flank right now. 3 down at the moment. Span's finding Nightmare as well, so doing a good job of pushing his car while the rest of the team pushes in. Murphy is trying to spam this, and Rambo has to pull back the sentry, in fact. But Murphy going down again to Bez, so slowing his push down as much as possible, and they need to be careful they don't get caught out by this Uber. I think Seb knows this now. Denkra getting right pay again. He does not miss these heavy headshots.
He's an absolute bullet magnet for Denkra, and probably the reason why Denkra's logs are going to look so good at the end of this match. As Quicker finds Bees, Spans goes down as well, and no one's going to be touching that car for a while. Quite aggressive playstyle here from Justice. He's playing kind of up on balcony along with Quicker, getting some good damage out really. But Murphy going to be playing along tracks, pipes him, gets him out of the picture. There's Bez goes down along with Nightmare. And back and forth frags here. No one's. In fact, that Uber got forced out pretty early by Seb. Haku now on 100%, but that Uber's not even going to get close to Haku having to use there. They do lose Strono in the process. They might have to commit to this repush. The conch gets popped off though. Extra Solar. Oh, very nearly found Justice there, but with that conch, he was able to find the frag on Extra Solar. Span's going down as well once again, and still playing. Justice playing that car. Really, that's a huge headshot onto Bees. Oh my lord.
Legend.
That was insane reflexes by Justice there. He is going to go down, but wow, that is one for the frag movie.
Yeah, definitely. Haku going to be comfortably sitting on 100% still, not having to use as Rambo actually, doing a bit more work now with this level 3. We're trying to wrangle them off the car. Fire actually looking on it. No one's next to it. Span's going to try and help him. They managed to cap it. So that was a bit of misplay right there. Coming out on the side of the defense. But in the meantime, they managed to get frags in return as Seb actually managed to go down there as Zam catching out Quicker as well as Extra actually coming in the side house area, managing to pick off the heavy. So yeah, some decent flank plays coming out on the side of Art Foring and managing to get that car.
Yeah, really nicely done there. They actually, Bureau losing Haku as well. Seb's now going to have about a 25% ad to work with, which is plenty to try and take upper, if Haku can even get back up to upper. I mean, at the moment, though, they are on the respawn there. They're trying to push down under. They're facing a bit of trouble, but it looks like Haku's going to make his way up to the top lobby. But so is Art of Throwing though. The combo already taken front stairs now. Murphy just going to run him by himself actually. Really not paying attention to the situation there. Oh my lord, Seb so nearly going down there. That was a nice attempt though by McNando. Jumped through stairs, almost got Seb with a nice healthy meat shot, but it wasn't quite enough. And they're going to now rotate down to main. Extra Solar going to get fragged off along with Bees. There's on that 2k now. Did a really good job. He's going to go down to Murphy. And they're now just kind of pushing into this lower left area here. They find Strono. That Uber's going to get popped off by Justice. He's actually might even escape with his life on 29 health. That conch speed boost there. And now Zamperoni just going to be playing the cards here. Rambo Sword down. McNando, Nightmare 2. Big picks. Sis just playing the card at the moment. Nice and slowly now. Only 3 up. That Uber's going to come out, but it's on Riper. And he's not going to be able to get to that card in time. And Yes, Sis is just going to hold it methodically. Oh, he jumps forward, so nearly gets it. Very, very nice attempt there, but not going to quite cut it. Right there goes down. Haku Bez as well, and that is going to be the first round, 6 minutes 58. Now that is a top tier time.
Yeah, much better time coming out from throwing on the offense. Yeah, I think just the flank plays and like the individual picks that our throwing seem to be getting onto Bureau just seem to be superior like most of the time, and fighting a lot more work actually in the back lines, managed to get you know, getting the sentry and getting Haku and getting Bez, because Bez isn't as like protected, I don't think, as Denkra has been. Also, like, I think they're slightly losing the focus onto Denkra still, like, you know, kind of mismanaging it properly. But yeah, I mean, we'll play bar throwing to get that time in the end, because that's definitely going to favour them for this offense. Or, well, defense now, sorry.
Absolutely, they are going to be set up on this defense. Pretty standard setup here. But we're going to see Extra Solar running the Brass Beast though, which he's been playing a couple times this game. I guess it kind of has its perks on defense. I suppose if you just want to like plant yourself on playground or wherever he might choose to go. And it's going to give him that little health boost. It's going to give him a little damage boost as well there at the expense of his mobility, but he ain't going anywhere. He's just going to plonk himself right on those tracks there. As the door's open now. The fencing team. Oh, nice. That trap worked twice for Murphy. When are they going to learn? That trap is lethal there as they find Strono. Jumps for Quicker, going to jump forward, instantly shut down. Nice reflex onto Justice by Sis. Riper going down along with Magnando. And that is the suicide wave. Really unsuccessful in my eyes there. You have got Nightmare playing up on playground here at the moment. He might be able to find that stab onto Denkra if he plays his timing right. He's got to watch out for Extra Solar on the spy checking. And Murphy as well playing quite aggro here. It does find Magnando. Huge bomb by Quicker, but it gets instantly shut down. And huge. And then followed up by Justice, equally just destroyed by Zamperoni Sentry there.
Yeah, Nightmare getting caught out as well during that bomb, since Extra was actually shooting in that direction, so that was a bit unfortunate. But yeah, they need to like sort of maybe be jumping in like behind or like in a different location, maybe bombing Murphy instead of like the Brass Beast sniper combo on playground, because at the moment it doesn't really seem to be working. And like, you know, anytime they can claw off this first point is good, because this point is like always a bit more awkward to hold than probably any of the other points, I would say. So. And also, like, you know, there's very passive sentry from Zam as well. It's watching the playground, but it's not really watching anything else on the tracks. It decided to go on the cart, so that's possibly something they could look at. But Bez going down, and also Strono going down, is not going to be looking good for them. And cart is not very far up either.
No, they're wasting quite a lot of time here. This is one of these points, as you said, that's usually quite easy to take advantage of. And the more time that Art of Throwing can kill, the better for them. It's just going to make do wonders for their chances of actually winning this next round here. Riper going to go down to that headshot by Denkra. Rampasol going to get stabbed down by Frog as well. Denkra finally going to go down actually to Justice here. So nicely done by him. That's going to open a lot of mobility, but Frog does find Magnando. But they need to really get some momentum going here. They're down to 4 minutes and 50 seconds. They lost Justice, they lost Magnando as well. It's going to be hard for them to push without their flank. Denkra's going to be up as well now. Frog going down to, or going to get that pick onto Quicker. However, Murphy actually went down this time as well, along with Denkra. So that is a couple of really handy picks there for them as that Uber gets popped off now. And I don't know if Art of Throwing are going to hold on to this, but regardless, they've had a really good defense so far.
Yeah, I mean, Extra's still alive, Sentry's still alive. Sentry will be going down right now, so Extra's probably going to try and stack for his life here. He's just managed to pick off the scout. But, oh, so they've actually created in the backlines, so probably some not going to be pushing him off the cliff, I imagine. So, oh, but Haku going down as well? What? I didn't see that. Quick Air going down as well. Like, well, there was just frags going everywhere. I think X actually managed to pick up that one, so I don't know how you can let your mid die to a Brass Beast heavy if that was how it happened, because, yeah, that is pretty poor play.
Absolutely. It's not what you expect to see just after you've picked the enemy medic as well, only for a Brass Beast heavy to just kind of run in and drop yours. Not what you want to see at all. So they're actually going to be able to hold kind of aggro here up on this top area. They do lose Denkra, however, and that might put a pin in this defense though, but Bees and Murphy going down as well. Bez really popping off at the moment here. Extra Solar going to find Rambasaur and Strone. But they might have to push back here as Seb actually got body shot down by Bez. That was a really nice 3k day, really opening up this aggression for the Bureau. Bez finally going to get shut down by Fire here. They've lost spans as well. They should just give it up and hold third now. Third could probably be the hardest point to actually take. With only 3 minutes left as well, their best bet is just to cut their losses, set up on third, and they could be looking for a victory here.
Yeah, he needs to be playing, like, he needs to not through this. He needs to be playing around the Pyro and the Sentry right now, trying to heal up Sis so we can deny this Uber that's incoming. They should know that they have massive Uber out here. Although Bees is actually in the shutter, so whether he's going to try and go for a force play here, but Denkra managed to find Bright Bay again, always going down, but Harker actually uses, this is a terrible use out of Bureau right now as they lose 4. Extra going down for that, but I mean, that's well worth, because they're going to be sitting comfortable so just on this third point and slowly getting this Uber rad built up as well.
Yeah, with only 2 minutes 30 seconds left as well, it's looking very doable. Denkra in his absolutely godly position from what we saw last round, so if he can recreate what he was doing then they have no chance of taking this win. And he's in a pretty good position at the moment here. Seb now coming into 80%. They find Ripe, they find Quicker as well. That's the majority of that combo for the Bureau is going to be down. It's going to be really hard to take any ground with it. You kind of got Mignander trying his best on the car, but it's going to get shut down by Murphy. And yeah, I mean, it's really all or nothing now. They've got to keep that car going. Rambosaur doing his best in that 1v1 against Spans. He's going to lose it now. Spans going to find him. Bez going to go down as well. Stroni, wow, Fire with the 2k. Nightmare down as well. And Denkra now playing a little bit more aggro here. Might be able to find some picks. And yeah, with 1 minute 50, don't even know if it's still doable at this point, Buck.
Yeah, I mean, clock's slowly ticking down, and they've got, like, you know, superior positioning. It's going to be even Ubers as well, so firing into even on this little time is not really what you want to be doing, since they have to use first. Everyone is going to, like, take a lot of damage on the inside of this push. Sis is going to get Ubered on as well, manages to air blast off quite a few people into, like, really bad positions. Justice going to get shut down on the cart. Span's going in the back lines, but I mean the major class is still alive right now, and Demo goes down as well to Sis. There's a lot of work in the front lines here as Extra which peeking on this platform area, taking down Haku, so this is not looking very good for Bureau right now.
No, I think this might be GG here. Only a minute left. It doesn't look like they're having too much luck taking this third point either. Denkra finds Ripe. Mignando and Justice going to go down. Bez also got picked off there as well. And I think at this point it's all for the logs here. Frog's going to find Quicker. And I mean, it just seems like as the Bureau were getting, you know, actually into their element, so was Art of Throwing. They were just getting stronger and stronger. I mean, you could maybe pin the first round on Denkra just absolutely demolishing. But the second round, there's still definitely far more cohesion from Art of Throwing here. And yeah, despite sort of, I think, every player in the Bureau kind of getting warmed up and maybe getting a little bit more cohesion, the exact same was happening with Art of Throwing there, and they just absolutely destroyed the second round, even more so than they did in the first one.
Yeah, definitely, and like I really think that they need to possibly look towards their combo and just their cohesion in general Bureau at the moment. I mean, whether it's just this map, like whether they'll turn it around on Borneo, sorry, like, you know, we'll have to wait and see, but I'm really looking for like Quicker to be doing a lot more than he is, because like compared to Murphy, he's dying a lot more, and like the damage he's putting out isn't really in the right places, or they're not really going off the picks as well as they could be. They're also like quite slow as well, I've noticed. Like Bez will get like a 3k, but then it will still take the rest of their team ages to actually push in, which shouldn't really be happening, because like if you've got a fully buffed heavy and that sort of thing, you know, should really happen. But gonna be looking at some logs here, I think, shortly. If I can load them up. Because I'm expecting Murphy to have a lot of damage in this. Since, yeah, Murphy and Denkra both having a lot of damage, and Fire actually doing a considerable amount of damage as well, with 14 backstabs compared to Nightmare's 4. So, yeah, Assassin class is going off. Far throwing, it seems, there. Justice actually doing more damage than Quicker, which shouldn't really be happening. I mean, as good of a soldier as he is, like, on a map where it's payload and you're able to shoot the cart, there needs to be a bit more cohesion around that, and making sure that he's getting the bus and that sort of thing. But just in general, like the play smart throwing was just going to be much more on point, and much more well timed, in the right place. Sort of equal med deaths actually on that last round in the 16 minutes. So both meds sort of doing alright to stay alive-ish there. So turn around a bit more. But yeah, gonna be definitely looking towards like quicker and right pay to do a lot more for their combo than they have been doing. I kind of feel sorry for Bez because going 20 to 10 right now. On 19 headshots, actually getting more headshots than Denker in that one, so definitely warming up a lot more than he has done. So yeah, hopefully, if they play around Bez more and they try and play around Haku as well and make sure he keeps alive at the same rate as Seb, then maybe they'll play back into this with the rest of their combo. But in the meantime, though, if you ever want to go to our Patreon on Kritzcast, you can do that as well as subscribe. So if you want to hit the buttons down below, follow the links down below. They are available for you, as any support is definitely appreciated, and it always helps out the community for our casts and our casters and our production. It's always well deserved, I'd say. But the next map will be Borneo, so we're going to be looking for some longer game possibly here. Actually having a discussion earlier with Chando while he's slightly away that, you know, this map is actually, you know, roughly the same length and upward, but I'll still argue that Borneo is longer because, I don't know, I just feel like the track just is bigger in length and the holds are a lot, like, longer, especially the third and the last holds. Both teams probably looking to get pretty well set up for those, hopefully won't get caught out. Looking for both energies to sort of be playing really well on the third and the last points on this Borneo map. Making sure you've got those teleporters up and, you know, looking for the spies to focus the teleporters as well, because I don't really see the spies focusing the teleporters that much in that upward game. I think they tried it. Like, I remember Fire actually going for the teleport the one time, but Strono, with the help of his energy, did manage to actually ward off the sapper, as Fire wisely deciding to go elsewhere for some impact into the game. But on Borneo, definitely, I think on third offense is probably where it's more impactful.
I think just sort of generally that the teleporter is such an important item to have on this map. If you can get rid of it, it's really going to slow down. I mean, if you see, the respawn times are long enough already, and if you see sort of part of actually getting from spawn to a situation where you can help push or defend or something like that, if you see that as part of your respawn, then it can be such a long time of actually somebody dying to somebody being able to do their job, that the teleporter pick can be integral to basically, to summarize it, kind of actually lengthening the respawn time in a way. And yeah, I mean, if they can focus that, that's going to really do wonders for the defending team, especially. And it is important on other maps, but as you said, this map's so long. I mean, there's just so much track to actually cover. This probably is the longest map. Maybe upwards. There's argument upward might be slightly longer, but I think that there's a tendency to stalemate more, especially in the higher level games on Borneo. Upward games in premium and premiership sort of divisions can usually get done in about 10 minutes tops, and I've seen games run on for like 20 minutes aside on Borneo before. So it is a durability kind of game as well as actually DM on Borneo. You've really got to be able to sort of keep concentrated and putting your best in for the long haul.
Yeah, I would agree. And, with upward as well. Most payloads have like a decent third and fourth last holds, but I think the last holds, just as I was saying earlier, like on these particular maps, like for Borneo, is definitely a lot harder to get away with, just because of the fact that it's like, it's more of inside of a building and there's choke points that are like much harder to easily get through. You got to be looking at like the spy to go for big med plays or like sentry sat plays and that sort of thing. So the assassin classes really have to like pull a lot of the work compared to like the combo. Or if as an alternative, you like decide to go like crits or something, you just have to like go for some like really gimmicky play, and then hopefully try and get away with it, or like put some like random teleporter behind or something. But I doubt they'll be sort of willing to do that. But they definitely need to pull off something. Yeah, but both teams I think could be having decent holds, like I said. But Arthur, coming into this on a win is definitely going to be helping them morale wise. What do you think Bureau could kind of think about otherwise onto this Borneo map to try and come back into this?
Well, for starters, I'm not too sure who picks what. If the Bureau picked this map, they've clearly got some experience in it, or maybe they just feel confident in this. Maybe they are aware that are throwing hazards, and vice versa. Whoever's picked this map has picked it with the inclination that they've got some experience in it. If that is the Bureau, then they should be feeling fairly confident, because this map, if you know what you're doing, it's very easy to be very good if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of teams tend to not play this map too much unless they really have to during the kind of official times. They don't really play it outside of the league official matches. And so they could use this to their advantage if they've got some good tactics here. I think we saw that kind of thing I think it was in the Premiership, ETF2 Premiership. I think it was Kitty versus Failer or Jakeowaty, and Kitty had some really good experience on. Oh no, it was Highlander. Sorry, they had some good tactics, and they were doing very good in defending Borneo here. I think it's because they knew that Jakeowaty really didn't play that much of it. So they need to use that to their advantage. But other than that, I think they've got to play around Bez a little bit more here. If they can play with Bez and give him the hills, there's some great sightlines. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, and Dan going to be sitting on this sort of very aggressive, actually, balcony spot, as a lot of snipers like to roll out onto this tree area. Bez is actually kind of near the tree right now. Both snipers getting heals in their beds right now, as expected. Could be trying to push this cart up very slowly. But I'm actually reading that Upward was the Bureau pick, and they ended up losing that. So it's going to be an interesting sort of dynamic unfolding here. As Artfang probably feeling a bit more confident here. Zamp with a very good sentry positioning, shooting through this very tiny gap in the wall towards the cart. So this is where, I usually like to see sentries as opposed to being a bit further back, because it can actually deny the cart. But yeah, just not really much of a sack wave coming in so far. So looking for Bureau to sort of pull anything out here. And hearing that Chando's having some connection issues, so it'll be BLB for now. So let's go with the sword, boys. Gonna have Combo walking up slowly on this side area. Murphy might get caught out here, actually, and he does. Riper manages to find the Tomislav shots onto him to finish him off, as Justice and Rambo getting picked off for the Bureau side. Beats with the big bomb onto Riper during his conch. Oh no, it's Battalion's backup actually. Excuse me. I think so. Could be taking reduced damage during that effect. Sentry does go down though with some easy spam coming out from Quicker, so stepping up a bit now. Beating for the big spam as well, and Strono taking a pipe and taking a reflect from Strono as well. As wow, Artfang actually going to be leaving this very quickly, although they do have Uber, so Haku seeming to use Uber for almost no reason there. Maybe sight line from the sniper, but yeah, going to be a massive ad for Seb right here as they decide to walk in. Murphy is down though, so this could be trouble for them if they decide to hold here. Uber gets forced. No extra in position to deny this either, as it's just Sis against the whole combo from the Bureau, as they're going to get set up into position once again. But Denkra going down and Murphy going down. Nightmare spawn camping Murphy, and they get a teleport from Zamp as well. So not going to have any teleport or demo right now for this defense. It's going to be massive for them. Quickly to be walking into Sis. Kind of weird positioning there, but Sis manages to hold this weirdly enough. Hopefully they're aware of this with massive disad. Frog managing to get Bez into batlines as well, so no snipers actually push this in, and Cart is still slow, so they might be able to try and regroup here. Seb and Sis are alone in this Jenkins area. Sis managing to sort of defend this by himself. Seb taking a lot of spam, needs to be careful he doesn't get flanked from behind. Murphy getting soloed by Rambo in the batlines. Rambo on the big NG class. Haku going to be getting pressured, does actually use here. Seb in a really bad position. Maybe even body shot? No, managed to get out. Okay, so yeah, Seb being very lucky again. With Nightmare going to be in front of Zamp and his sentry. And in the backlines, Haku going down to the sniper. So Seb actually managed to live it. We'll have Uber. Whether they want to contest this, which they will. Even very back and forth here on this cart area right now. As Murphy again very separate from his med. Sis going to try and come in to the fray. As Justice is going to be very low. Does get picked off by Murphy with some nice sticks. And a lot going down on this offense right now. Bez and the rest of his team will be falling. Haku is back up and alive though, but Seb's slowly building this out once again. Gonna have Frog or Fire decloaking on the combo, but just get found out. Will barely escape with his life. And Extra actually finding Riper there with the help of Seb, his medic. So we sort of just peeking this hill area, the sort of hill ramp, whatever you want to call it, near Jenkins. The cart's slowly rolling back as well. Zamp actually wrenching Nightmare to death. So, rip Nightmare. Got 20% added for Seb right now if they decide to try and walk in here preemptively. Quicker taking some nice spam from Murphy. Murphy went down really low. One more scattergun shot from Mick probably would have killed him there. But Quicker needs to be careful he doesn't get caught out here from being very in front of the rest of his team. Mick getting absolutely destroyed by Murphy. Trying to walk at him, gets sticked and pipe comboed. So no scout for this push. He did have Bears trying to peek in here, does take a lot of damage. This is a really awkward Uber exchange. Sis getting solo Ubered as the rest of the team will be flashed. And Bears going down as well, 2 fire in the backlines. But gonna be trying to defend this as much as they can now. Zamp with some big ragdolls as well, gonna be doing a lot of damage onto this grass area. Murphy doing so much damage just for throwing right now, and there's Nightmare tries to decloak on him. Trying to, no, he's going to be very patient. He's going to try and go for the Murphy pick, but Murphy just get pushed out by the Pyro, so a bit of a misplay there from the Pyros, just trying to pick in. Probably will die to Afterburn, yeah. Yeah, massive defense coming out from off-throwing right now, as they've got the Sniper and the Sentry sort of sat back here. Very comfortable, and as I say that, Quicker actually getting picked up by the Sniper of Denkra. We're going to be rushing in here, not really looking at it for the split second, as B's coming in with the battalions back up. We're trying to defend this as much as he can. We'll chase right as he tries to eat a sandwich. You need to reload all the rockets, Bees, dude. Oh, no, he's managed to get out. Oh. Oh, no, they're going to use you, but... So, they're going to be trying to return the super right now. Haku on 90%. As, they managed to find a pick still, though. Even through this. Seb almost going down to McNander, so that was a very unfortunate play from McNander there, but going to be 100% Uber right now for Haku if they decide to walk in here. Let's just regroup though. Telly is down currently as well, so they must have been listening to us talking about the teleporters earlier. And trying to walk in here. Fire gonna get caught out though, unfortunately. Just have Murphy trying to look in here, trying to spam them out as much as he can, spams the back line. He'll be trying to force out the Ubers, and the Pyro walking forward, just trying to kind of a bit separated from his mid. Seb doesn't have Uber yet, and he might get caught out here, but big plays coming out from Murphy and Sister trying to defend this, but Ripe in here as well. Can he outposition them? No, he can't, as Ripe can be cleaned up on the frags, as that's pretty much almost a wipe right there on our throwing as Fire on the spy. Actually, no, a complete wipe for a split second there. So maybe they'll try and rush into this third point.
Okay, I think I'm back. I really hope so. And
it lives.
What I can see, looks like they've taken the third point, or the second point. Sorry, extra solar, a little hidey hole there, and he's gonna get caught out. Does find Riper. Span's going down as well. Quicker gonna get fragged by Murphy. As that's going to put a hold in that push there, but Strono wants to keep it going. He's gone very weak, takes a nice healthy arrow, and he wants to keep this aggression going. Finally going to get caught off by Murphy. Oh my god, oh, Nightmare does find Seb after a couple of attempts. Seb, he really should have turned around a little bit sooner there, but he is going to go down, and that's going to give Haku a full Uber advantage to work with now, as they can get ready to push in this left side. So Murphy playing very aggressive. They did lose Justice on the other hand though, but as long as someone can watch that card and start pushing the card, they can definitely start pushing in here. Uber's going to get exchanged now, as Art of Throwing have to back up a little bit. Joe, huge jump by Quicker. He's going to get very, very denied there. Bed's going to go down as well. Sis is going to find Quicker, and it was a pretty good push. I mean, it looks like they're going to get it. McNando just holding that cart religiously. Haku actually going to go down, as is right. Murphy's just popping off. Someone's got to deal with the Pyro on point though. And are they going to do it?
Murphy's...
Oh, so nearly. Oh my lord, they actually are going to do it. Oh my god, but Quicker just comes in and just frags like 3 people. And... with the help of Justice, they're going to be able to finally take that. That was insanely back and forth. Very, very nicely played though in the end by the Bureau, with the mostly just by Quicker and Justice there.
Yeah, I mean they managed to rush in, you know, being a lot faster this time, and you know they managed to kite out the Uber slightly, but then they kind of come back in. Murphy with some big damage, but didn't manage to reclaim it just in time. So, but yeah, I mean currently right now Seb actually sitting on a bit of an ad. So need to be careful trying to rush in here. Denko going to be sort of watching this sightline doorway, as the rest of the team is going to be trying to push up into this cart area. I don't think do they realise they have Uber here? I mean, they need to be careful sort of running in. Maybe they're going to get collapsed on by spans if he decides to walk forward. Ooh, Seb taking a big pipe there, and he needs to be careful. Quick's trying to make his way in. Strono goes down the Pyros. The cart is actually moving in very close. I mean, Nana doing a lot of work, and Rambo trying to get on this cart, and they're only on minis right now for Zamp, so kind of disconnected a lot right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a great setup for them at the moment. They did, the Bureau did lose quite a few players though on the other hand, so that's going to put a hold in their push there. Might give Zamperini a chance to maybe get something more sustainable than a mini sentry. So for now, that Uber's going to come out by Haku, countered by Seb now. Span's going to go down to the fist by Ripe, as Murphy gets fragged as well. Bez going to lose that sniper MGE there. As Quick is going to get reflected, but Seb actually going to go down to McNando in the post Uber. Ripe going to pick up 2 as well. Denkra going down 2, and they might be able to start getting a foothold into here, and they're just going to walk it straight in. Only 3 up. Who can challenge that? And 9 minutes 33. Sorry. Not such a bad time for Borneo.
Yeah, that's alright to be fair. I mean, they managed to push in third and last very quick. I mean, most of the defense time came out in second there, which is actually kind of odd to see. I mean, most teams can get like a decent time out of second, but that's not really where you get most of your time. They just needed to like not wipe on second, and they needed to like possibly kite the Uber a bit better, and then come back in collapsed with like all 9 players into one same location, which doesn't really seem to do for third, which is a bit unfortunate. And for that last as well, yeah, like no level 3 and some combo classes going down like on the left and on the right. So it needs to sort of be a bit more cohesive, I think, for the last and third defense there. But going to be going onto the switching sides right now, as I don't think there is a crits or anything right now. It's going to be sort of normal Uber for now. Going to be trying to look for these bombs. Since Rambo, going to be trying to replicate Zamp's sentry positioning here, sort of looking through this small gap. But hopefully these bombs will be favourable and try and get this first push going.
Absolutely, it's quite an easy point to take, I think, with a few sniper picks, and you know, like a good suicide wave, you can more or less secure first point. It shouldn't really take that long. It's a similar kind of style to Upward. The defending team really can't hold on to it that long. It's a little bit of an awkward hold, as these doors do go open now, and Art of Throwing going to push up that left side, led by Extra Solar, and Bees, he's going to fall very weak, but they're already taking that space up the left hand side there. Denkra going to get that frag onto right. That's going to be really good if they choose to exchange here, and that's, you know, less damage to deal with really. And I think the conch is going to get popped off now. I think that's by Justice. He's just going to give it a little bit of extra speed now to try and counter this dry push here, perhaps. Actually, it's, wow, Zamperini going to go down Bees as well. Extra Solar too, so very nicely defended there by the Bureau so far. Denkra is going to get stabbed as well, as Justice just bombs in and kills Sis as well. So yeah, very nicely defended so far.
Yeah, the downside there though was that they lost the gun after all that, which is probably what the aim was. I mean, it's going to be level 1 right now. Ramago's been trying to build it up at a bit more passive spots. So they're trying to have their med out. Sebius out, but Murphy actually killing himself on Nightmare, very close range. So a bit unfortunate there, but enemies, 70 to not drop his heavy there, probably could have gone in with that, but I mean, you're probably going to wait for some better positioning here, as Murphy did go down, so probably was actually the wiser decision to back out there. McNando probably did call out here, no one has managed to get out, but Cart's slowly moving up. Level 1 still for Rambo, so he's trying to build that sentry as quick as he can, as V's actually managing to win the 1v1 against Justice on the side.
Yeah, and they got a bit of it now to push it, and now that Uber's going to come out, countered by Haku there. Beast is going to fall, and they're getting a lot of space though with the red pyro there. Might be able to find Zamperini. Zamperini actually going to go down with the help of McNando. Murphy going to get revolvered down as well. Denkra is going to find that pick onto McNando. Extra Solar going to come up on the left flank here, and he might be able to actually start hugging the carts here. Ripe surely going to go down. He does take 2 with him though. Before he does, Extra Solar going to win that battle. Denkra and Spans are both going to go down as well, in fact. So they are going to take the first point here. I'd be very shocked if they didn't, as Nightmare comes in. Can he find Extra Solar? He does indeed. Not before Quicker and Haku actually went down, so that was very, very well played by Extra Solar. Brilliant aggression. And I was going to say that Bureau can maybe get a good setup here, but without a medic and Seb on 60% advantage, it might be hard.
Yeah, they managed to find Nightmare as well. Murphy with a nice turnaround there to pipe him once again. Gonna be trying to walk in here. I mean, just gonna be trying to defend next to Boy's lonesome. B's actually managed to live for a few seconds there, but will get picked up by Justice. Murphy is kind of pushing in alone here. Seb not very confident to cross this Bez sightline, but he doesn't have to worry about it anymore as Fire managing to get the Bez pick. As Harker actually kind of disconnects from the rest of his team, as the rest of his team is actually in Jenkins with the Sentry. Gonna try to get some cart time on this track area. I'm gonna be running in right now. Uber is popped for throwing. Andy's gonna get picked up. Rambo tries the Eureka effect out. During Uber manages to get picked off. As nice snipe from Bears onto the Pyro. We're trying to deny them air blasting the cart. But yeah, well played from throwing there to get all that space.
Yeah, absolutely. And Nightmare's gonna find the frag onto Denkra, but they're pretty much assured to get this point here. As I say that, Ripe's just going to bomb forward there, taking that high ground, and they've had to back up. Both soldiers are going to trade one another, and without spans or bees, it might be hard, and Murphy as well, in fact. This might be really hard for Art of Throwing to actually secure this. It's going to give an opportunity for the Bureau to push in. They do lose Bez and Quicker as well, though, so maybe I spoke too soon here. McNando's going to go down as well. They might just be able to push through Jenkins. Without that sniper, they could even just push up onto the point. They're so close, in fact, to getting capped here. However, Extrasolar going to go down, and Bees. The Uber's going to get popped off now. Seb is out pretty comfortably as he comes into 90%, and they might have a chance to push this. Only around 5 minutes 30 left or so. They find that frag onto Quicker, and Haku's definitely a goner. There he goes. Looks like the sniper might go down here as well. He is going to go down to Spans. Justice is putting some damage down though, but yeah, they're going to definitely take this second point here.
Two still behind though. Roper actually managed to get picked up eventually. Strono and Roper were hiding behind, but will get finally cleared up as just taking a lot of damage from the soldier. Nice reflect from Sis probably saves Seb's life there as he was on about 60 health. We're trying to push this cart in slowly. They're 3 down on this defense right now, and I don't think there's a teleporter, so they need to try and get into space as quick as they can here. Bees has already made his way up, but it does find Nightmare, so a quick turnaround from him will save his life. Gonna be trying to possibly look at this left side. I mean, Denker's already trying to find a sight line there. No, they're gonna be rotating around. Bees and Murphy's collective spam will be trying to destroy all the buildings in this area. As Riper gonna be picking this corner, finds Sis, and Seb needs to be careful here. Almost gets caught out and doesn't manage to get out. But he's only got Beast to protect him, so he needs to be very careful.
Absolutely here. Good work from Lower as well by Art of Throwing there. Extrasolar just kind of playing the cart a little bit. With his Fist of Steel, just trying to tank as much damage as he can. And Combo, meanwhile, just kind of buffing up now. They're both medics going to have 100%. Murphy kind of just pushing in pretty aggressively. They have to pop off, and that's not a great Uber by Art of Throwing here, getting very well denied by the Pyro, by the spam as well. And that Uber's going to fade. And Quicker just going to bomb forward, actually. Frog was able to get Justice here, and almost everyone was able to get out alive. Just Extrasolar, who was kind of in a bit of a tricky situation there himself. He does go down, but oh my lords, what was those pipes? Ripe and Haku going to go down, Stronate down as well. This is what Art of Throwing needs to try and take this round. That was insane.
Yeah, they managed to, like, I think that was really just speed, because, like, they managed to go on the one side, and then they just got distracted. Bureau, and then Fire came in with a nice sap onto the sentry, and then Murphy just with some big pipes onto the stairway where they're all clumped. You know, massive damage coming out from him, so gonna be trying to push this in right now. Nightmare is still in behind. He'll be looking for that mid pick. Can he get it? He does get it, even with 2 of his combo members right next to him, so that's gonna be a big play coming out from Nightmare there to try and, like, stall this push coming in.
Yeah, that was exactly what the Bureau needed to have any chance of taking this back. There's 3 minutes left. It can definitely be done. In fact, the pressure's really on Art of Throwing now together. They've only got like 1 or 2 good attempts, really, some good Uber exchanges or opportunities for their pick classes to sort of get in and find the medics or find, you know, the important classes at the moment here. And this is a hard map to do it on. So as I say, that Frog is going to go down, trying to find the stab onto the NG and the sap. In fact, the sentry's actually going to go down there, which is really odd because Rambo was right in front of it, but I guess he's just going to build another one.
Murphy just in this weird spot above though, like manages to sort of jump on top of the fence area that like a few people like to use, but I mean Riper's going to be denying them on this sort of teleport entrance, which a few NGs like to build for the heavy just down there, which is quite a smart play to do. 3 going down though, but I mean no Murphy's going to try and delay this for quite a while.
Yeah, both demos down at the moment here. Murphy going to be quick on the respawn, and it's only 2 minutes left now. Frog's going to go down. They really need to find that pick onto Haku. The pressure is really on for Art of Throwing. Just on this left side here, Denkra taking up quite a lot of space there. He actually finds the frag onto McNando, so that's better than nothing. And his team are going to do the best to sort of give him that space. Murphy is going to get taken down by Ripe there. Uber's going to get exchanged. B's going to go down as well. Now the counter Uber's out by Haku. They're just going to surge forward here. They've got such a better Uber at the moment. But they don't want to overextend. They don't want to risk losing anyone. They're just sitting comfortably here with 1 minute 31 seconds left. And yeah, I mean, not the best Uber exchange here by Art of Throwing. They maybe got one more attempt to make this work. They've lost extra solar as well. Finally get that pick onto Nightmare, but that's not much consolation for the moment, as Frog goes down as well. And yes, yeah, I mean, they're just pushing up on that left side at the moment here, trying to work their way in. Actually going to go for the rotation here now by the looks of it. See if the right side's any easier to get some space into. They lose Zamperoni as well. Bez just watching that cart, and Denkra trying to get a peek in here from the right side. He doesn't land his first shot. He might be going for the second now. You see him taking the scope. He gets Ripe as well. So that's two really pretty important picks there. They do lose Murphy, but the Uber's going to get popped off. They lost Quicker as well. No demos on either side. They've still got to worry about Haku with his full Uber charge at the moment. Justice down, but someone's got to start playing that card. Uber's going to get popped off now. They've lost so many players. Sis goes down. And it might just be a case of they need to try and dry push if they've got 30 seconds left. Spans and Zamperoni both dead. Had quite a lot of players for Art of Throwing have gone down now. And as McNando goes down, they got one good shot at this. If they can find Ripe, who's playing on the lower ground, and maybe deal with that Pyro, they might be able to do it. But only 15 seconds left. And Rambo Saw is going to find Murphy. Denkra's going to go down. 8 seconds left. I don't know if it's all doable. It's just the last attempts now. But I mean, Art of Throwing is just throwing themselves on to that cart and to no avail, and the first round is going to go to the Bureau.
Yeah, you can tell from like the sort of 1 minute left mark that the panic was starting to set in there. There will be, well, this is a best of 3, so it's not going to be over just yet. Going to be going to the second Borneo round, but going to be looking at some quick logs while this next round is going up. I mean, there was a lot of damage coming out from Murphy there on the offense. I mean, they managed to get a decent time, but then I think Bureau just managed to find a decent defenses on third and on last. I mean, the third kind of fell after about 2 pushes or 3 pushes, I think. But then, you know, their last was a bit more superior. Like, Arthur didn't really have many answers for what they were doing on last. I think they needed to rotate a bit earlier on, maybe. Play around the spot on the sapping of the Sentry more. But, yeah, we have to see if they change anything up.
Yeah, no, players that are standing out there, I mean, Murphy actually really popping off there, 30 to 16, 505 DPM, that is over double the amount of frags, than his rival Quicker, who only went 14 to 7, and Denkra as well, 22 to 12, so it definitely wasn't a matter of DM, although the following 4 top fraggers were playing for the Bureau there. You got McNando on the scout, really tearing it up, Nightmare, going far and beyond his rival Spy there, Fire, who only went 9 to 19. So I think Nightmare actually really doing quite a lot of work for his team there, along with Ripe as well. He's pumping out quite a lot of damage for a heavy, getting a decent amount of kills. Bear's doing all right as well in terms of his frag. 17 to 15 is not too shabby. Denkra really has been a tough player to fight against if this game has anything to show. So Bez is really doing his best, all things considered there. So the Outmice is fairly, it's fairly even, I would say. So I think it might be a case of a bit of maybe a lack of cohesion from Art of Throwing, or some really good pushes by the Bureau.
Instant kill onto Quicker though. Very quick demo depth on the side of the defense as Denker managed to find that. But yeah, I mean, along the lines of what you were saying, I'm thinking like Ripe and Strono are having definitely a better map here than Sis and Extra. I mean, Sis and Extra were doing a lot better on Upward, I was noticing, so I think that's kind of coming into play here since they can just, use the sort of cover that's provided by a lot of the buildings in this map, so definitely coming through there. But I mean, loads of people going down on this offense right now, trying to sack in here. No sort of major players right now. Rambo's still got his level 3, sitting in this corner, kind of comfortably surrounded by his team. as Bez going to be trying to find some picks on the sniper class as the car is being pushed up very slowly but surely.
Slowly indeed there, Span's doing his best, but he's got to worry about those sticky traps as well. But he's going to find that headshot onto Denkra, so it's going to be hard for the attacking team out of throwing there to have any mobility while that enemy sniper's still up and dominating the sidelines there. They do find Justice on the other hand, lose this in the process. Still got that big sentry to worry about, as extra solar goes down as well along with fire. So holding it pretty well so far, I would say. And in fact, they're taking a little bit of aggression here as Murphy actually went down along with Zamperoni. So now Quicker can kind of afford to play more on carts, playing a little aggro here. A little too aggro for my liking, but it seems to be working. He's kind of fallen back now as Ribe actually is going to be the one to fall there. And again, now is an opportunity to start sinking some damage into that top right area. Stronate goes down as well, along with the sentry. Some brilliant pipes by Murphy there, so they can definitely start this dry push going. It might actually be an Uber exchange here, but Extra Soul is going to find Quicker and McNando before he goes down himself to Bez. They've got a level 1 to deal with on the tracks. That's going to go down, no problem. And they can take this for free. Both medics still with their Uber charge.
Yeah, they managed to play that really well. Taking that without an Uber is always preferable. I mean, most teams, like, in the higher up divs and at the very top of the leaderboards, will be able to take first point, on this map without using Uber. So it's good for them to see. Gonna be holding this Jenkins area. Seb on 100%, Ark on 100%. Gonna be looking for an Uber exchange here on this ramp area. Denker does go down though. And so does Bez, so no snipers for either team right now as Justice will be popping his cons to try and get some aggression going here as Ripe and Justice actually coming out of the Jenkins area to try and chase. Span's going to be on the chase of Justice as Seb is actually really far back, so a bit better positioning from him to try and stay alive there in that force attempt.
Yeah, they've got that level 2 on Jenkins to deal with on tracks there. That's going to be a bit of a struggle, but on the other hand, they have made some pretty good progress there. They're sitting comfortably. Both medics still with those Ubers. Nightmare's going to go down. I think they're just going to wait for this opportunity now. Wait for a few picks from their assassin classes. And then they can start making this push there. Justice going to find that frag onto B. Span's going to go down as well. So no one's going to be able to watch the cart there. Extra Solo is going to try and push up onto the tracks there. He's going to get shut down though by Quicker. Denker's finally going to find the frag onto Bez though. And that's the first frag that they need. But without Murphy and without Extra Solar, it's going to be hard to actually make a push out of it. So it might be the case of waiting for those respawns and trying again.
Nice body shot from Denko. Just find Quicker, and Zamp finishes off that frag by just running into him for a few seconds. So no demo on this defense could be quite detrimental as Murphy's going to be trying to look to go in here with his med very soon, I think. This sentry is still in the window though, and it's something they need to worry about because if they don't manage to deal with this, the cart is going to be very hard to push. Ubers are exchanged in this Jenkins area. It's going to be soloed onto Ripe the Heavy. We're trying to just deny any space they're going to try and put in here. But I mean, sticks are being put down from Murphy, but I mean, there's no real counter aggression coming in right now. But as I say, they're actually starting to wall back in slightly. But it's very tippy-toe. No one's really committing. I mean, Murphy gets some nice pipes onto Magnando. Denker actually getting Bez as well. And Justice getting caught out with some really nice reflex by Sis there. 3 down right now on the side of the defense, and they just try and make some plays here. Nightmare gets a big stab onto Murphy though with a nice jump stab there. So yeah, hopefully that demo pick will kind of halt their defense for now.
Well, they did lose Quicker pretty much straight after as well, so neither team is going to have a demo. And Rive now going to find Zambroni and Spans. Some fat damage coming up from him, but look at Extra Solar! He just walked to the corner and almost took down the sentry there. Now that sentry's got to be relocated, and wow, I don't really know what happened there, but Murphy just going to go with the fat pipe, brings down Haku. Bez going to go down as well. This is the push they need.
Yeah, I mean, Quicker managed to get Seb though. I mean, Rambo actually managed to just teleport out, I think, with the use of the Eureka effect, as far as I'm aware. Or a backwards teleport. But Ripe actually still sitting in this Jenkins window. Murphy get caught out. Spam managed to pick up Ripe in the window eventually. Extra be trying to jump up to this balcony area, but I mean, now they're going to try and contest the cart, but not really going to be working well against a healed scout in return. Nightmare still alive in this sort of back area, but yeah, eventually you're going to be going to throwing in 5 minutes, which isn't too bad for the first 2 points, so maybe they can keep this pace up.
No, they definitely got a slightly better pace, I think, so than last time. And they've carried keeping this momentum going here as Extra Solar just sort of runs with his medic into the top of the house here. And
oh, no.
he's just going to walk straight behind Ripe and just bring him down. And Quick is going to go down as well. No one watching that flank. And that is basically going to be impossible now for the Bureau to hold on to this unless they start getting some frags. And Span's going to find Stronate as well. Someone's got to deal with McNando. He's going to find Seb. That's exactly what they needed. Can they keep this push going there? They found the frags, but no one's on the cart. And Justice is going to get found out as well. He's going to go down. But with only time as well, and that's just Zamperoni on the carts here, and no medic. Who knows how long they can hold on to this for?
Yeah, they just need to focus the cart a bit more here. I mean, they're going to have 70%. I don't know whether they're actually going to have Uber in time by the time the cart gets close. I mean, it might just time it well, so I'll have to wait and see, but... And they're going to be coming down, all kind of coming around as one side. Quicker going to be jumping into the sideline of the Sis and extra solar, so, you know, 2 instant hit scans coming out. We'll take them down very quickly. Cart does actually get capped in the meantime. But they will be facing an Uber charge. But I mean, you know, Hawker needs to be careful. He doesn't get sniped or picked out here. Trying to run away with his life. Fire, maybe trying to look for a mid-frag here. On the fire. Ooh, manages to try and stab him, but not going to get him just yet, I don't think. He managed to get out barely. As the rest of his team will be trying to push in very quickly here.
Yeah, it was really nicely coordinated by Out of Throwing, actually. And Rive and Stronate both going down as well. They've definitely got opportunity here to make a push. Uber's going to get popped off by Haku as well. Brilliant force. They have lost a feeven players. If they can keep Seb alive, though, they can definitely make this work. They're going to lose Murphy as well. Seb playing way back, though. I think he's like... can't even see where he's gone now, but he's playing safe. He's playing back all the way back in house now. Playing nice and safe. Waiting for the rest of his team here on the respawn. In fact, he's not taking any chances at all there, and they are going to be starting to lose players. But now Seb with 100%, Hacker with only 50. They've got to regroup. They've got to make this push work. This is their shot to get a decent time on Borneo.
Yeah, definitely, and you know, they're going to be walking to this one side now. We're not 100%. They're 40. Yeah, they need to try and get these players over here as quick as they can so that they can actually use into them. I'm looking to Strono here, like, you know, to be fully buffed and try and reflect them if they decide to come on this one side. And they don't have time to rotate, and they're slowly losing it. It's sad. Like, they need to be doing something with this. 90% right now on Haku, and it's just like, you know, this advantage is slowly faded away. And it's going to have Uber in time right now, Haku, as they come in for this offense. Not going to be finding it as much, and you know, no focus onto the sentry either. Although I say that, but you know, Fire gets a nice stab, but you know, the rest of his team can't really find it, so it's a bit unfortunate.
No, that was a hugely wasted opportunity there for Out of Throwing. They need to take advantage of that 50% advantage that they had, but instead they just waited too long. And they suffered the price there. Seb actually was going to go down there, just got WM1 by Stronate. Haku now is going to have the advantage, and on defense you can just sit there and chill really. There's no pressure to use it. Quicker's going to go down and Ripe as well, so they might be able to actually make this dry push work. And they're playing the cart pretty well. It's in a decent position as Zamp throws down the mini and is just trying to pay attention to that cart. Murphy's going to be pushing it now. They've only got to deal with minis as well. Only minis to worry there. As Denkra finds Justice, Rambasol goes down along with McNando, times 2 on the carts, and that's all they need. They're going to run straight into the pit, and 8 minutes 50. Not a bad time.
Yeah, definitely not a bad time there. I mean, they managed to define it after a couple of pushes. I mean, it's a bit unfortunate that they didn't manage to push it in with that ad like a bit sooner, but you know, they managed to get the. I think the Ripe pick was probably the big one there. Like not having a heavy to just walk into. I mean, 450 health off the battlefield is pretty big on that one side because I mean, when he peeks the sort of stair balcony bit on the side door, it's really hard to deal with. But yeah, managed to find out Murphy just holding W and not having to deal with level 3s, and yeah, easy space taking.
And now we will be going into the next side of this round here, as we're going to be checking out Art of Throwing on the defense. They had a pretty decent time in the first round, I think. It was all right. They weren't that much better at attacking either. But they had a much better offense this time, so if they can defend as well as they did in the first round, then they might be able to take this victory. And as we see kind of the similar setup to what we've been basically seeing for the last, well, for ages now, on this right side, or the left side, stock sentry, stock Ubers from both teams, as far as I can tell. And doors are about to go open now. We've got extra solar here. He's just going to be planting himself right outside the spawn. See if he can get any early picks here. Don't know how that's going to go down. Yeah, not very well, clearly.
Definitely not worth. I would never advise ever doing that because yeah, the med is never going to come out if he's any smart. So kind of a waste of time there. But I mean, I think he's got a teleporter, so yeah, it should be fine. He'll be coming back in, and the spy's not really on it, so gonna be respawning very soon. Carl's gonna be slowly moving up with the scout on it. Wrangle mini coming out from Rambo though, trying to spam down this sentry with some nice reflex coming from Sis to try and defend this. Doesn't manage to pull it back, Zamp, as all the spam is coming in very slowly. But I mean, they're walking up on this side area. Nightmare takes a rocket to the face, but he's actually found out, so he's gonna be still going in behind. As Sis managing to get some reflect onto the mini, I think, and gonna be defending this very slowly.
Yeah, doing alright there. Frog's going to find that 3 getting out to Bez. Quicker going to go down as well. So that's some really important picks for this defending team. Not really getting a huge amount of space. They're doing alright. Frog going to find Rambosaur as well now. Brilliant 4K. Strone and McNano are going to go down too.
He gets
very nicely done there. But oh, what the drop!
Yeah, I mean, Sis flicked, but it was just out of peripheral vision, and then he comes in behind the box, hugs the wall, and then he gets Seb with the 3 revolver shots. So Seb dropping there. Very unfortunate for the off-throwing defense, but I mean, they're still holding in here. I mean, the sentry's kind of pulled out. I think they might think about leaving. They're in a position to sort of leave here. Murphy might get caught out, but no, he's going to be backing out now. Uber used very, very early from Haku. Big jump in from Quicker. Let's see what he can get. He tries to pipe Seb, but he's not going to find anything, so... not even going to try to walk forward as well, but yeah, to no avail. Going to be trying to push his cart in, so very small out on the side of Seb right now.
Yes, I mean, they managed to get most of their players away alive as well, so they should be able to get a decent setup here. Denker's going to find Strone as well, so that's going to slow down the Bureau. Again, that sentry up in Jenkins, now onto the level 3. As you said, a small advantage for Art of Throwing, so they can sit pretty comfortably here. Bez is going to find Denkra. So that might give them a bit of freedom through tracks. They've still got that sentry to worry about. As Extra Solar now taking a heavy MG. He's going to lose that. Oh no. I did not expect that at all. And Ripe's just going to snack on a little Sani there. But Fire has something to say about it. And he is going to stab him. Nicely done there. Quicker going to go down as well. Nightmare too. So plenty of picks for Art of Throwing to just work with and just sit back and chill. And most importantly, kill the time. 6 minutes, 15 seconds left. Not a huge amount of time to take the next 3 points. I mean, I have seen worse. But yeah, I mean, at this rate, with the amount the Quicker's going down, it's going to be really hard for them. Quicker going to go down again to Frog. Denker's going to get sniped again by Bez, but at the same time, it's the Bureau just aren't really taking advantage of Bez's frags here at the moment. They are kind of continually trying to exchange through Jenkins, as they finally do once again. And this time, Sis is going to take the bulk of it here, just to kind of just denying any entry and really nullifying those Ubers and killing a lot of time, and that's exactly what Arthur needs to do.
Oh, they did not bait the players though. Extra wanted to defend in here, and Murphy had rotated. They're taking so much damage, and they're getting cleaning up of the frags in Jenkins as the car is going to be slowly pushed up by McNando here. But the sentry is alive though, and Denkera is up next to it, so still having to deal with this long-range damage coming out from Arc Throwing. As Quicker trying to shoot it, but not the best way of shooting it, my friend. You want to try and long-range that rather than close-range it, as... you know, Denker's sitting up here trying to look for this med frag. Haku almost getting shot by Denker there, but going to be managing to get out with his life, as the rest of Art of Throwing will retreat to the 3rd point.
Yeah, that was a pretty good post-Uber push there from the Bureau. Just, yeah, really capitalizing on... I think there was a lack of kind of coordination after that Uber, and Art of Throwing kind of fell apart in Jenkins. They really... capitalized on that and got the momentum, so very good to see, and it's looking slightly more doable now that they could take this victory. And with that, the Borneo map, as they get ready to push into 3rd now, both teams on 100%, and looks like they want to push up on this right side now. Uber's going to get exchanged. Extra Solar completely caught out here, is surely going to go down. Maybe not. No, he's just going to eat a sandwich, and all's going to be alright though. Hako actually goes down in that post fight quicker as well. Strone beats the huge rockets. Absolutely fattest player, as Ripe goes down as well to Murphy. Extra Solar, most importantly, oh wait, he's dead now. But wow, what was that?
Justice manages to jump in on the side though, manages to get a very horizontal bomb onto Seb there, as Murphy's kind of just left alone here to try and defend. But Car is still kind of far back, so they might still be able to defend him. I mean, Zam starting to build up his level 1 again. Denker alive as well, going to be trying to watch this sight line. Fire getting caught out as well, although he's using the bicycle, so just managed to escape Strono's flames for now. As Murphy's trying to return the favour with some spam. But Denker going down is not going to be very good for the defense either. As Bezka trying to look for some sight lines, most likely.
Absolutely, yeah. For now, looking like they can hold this pretty comfortably. Frog's going to go down to Ripe, but they've still got that sentry, level 2 sentry. And the cart just is not in a position where they can make a good push here at the moment. They need to really focus that car a little bit more. However, the conflict pushing on that left side is getting a little bit of space here. They're starting to dry push in now as Haku, with that Uber advantage, is just going to walk in and bomb through from quicker. Finds a few stickies onto Seb, but he's going to get panned by Murphy just in the nick of time here. You can just see Quicker and Seb kind of exchanging eye contact before Murphy just panned him down, and then he's not done yet as he finds Haku and Ripe with those classic Murphy pipes.
Yeah, coming with the massive damage right now. I'm going to be carrying his defense from now. Justice is on him though, managed to 2-rocket him. As the rest of the flying kids is going to be sitting on this car as Zamp not managing to actually get a level 1 set up in time. Denko massively caught out here, trying to go for a close range sniper, doesn't find it. So, no sniper right now for this defense, and we're going to have to try and set up a level 3 once again. Murphy down as well, so just about spawning. It's 100% for Seb though. So, you know, as long as he's got it kept safe, it should be okay for now to try and stall this defense.
Absolutely, with 2 minutes left, it's definitely doable for either team there. Murphy going to find that first stick onto Bez, and that's a good opening pick there. Extra Solo going to come into contact with Ripe there, and he's going to get the win. And Frog is going to find the drop onto Haku. And Seb now with 100% and only 4 up, and that's a really good situation to be in.
Yeah, they managed to like collapse in on that. That was really well played. Fire probably calling on that to just try and peek that. And Extra holding really close with his med to that wall, and like, you know, if the enemy team isn't expecting that, that can really catch you out. You know, heavy, really close range around the corner. So well played by throwing there. Also shout out to Rambo's telly, sort of on top of this little roof thing, so this boy can't stop it as easily. You have to go all the way to the entrance. So that's always a nice thing to see. He's got his level 3 actually set up for this offense, so maybe switching it up a bit. They've got 1 minute and 30 though, so you know, not to forget the time here as slowly ticking down. Gonna try and look for a miracle play here, as they've probably only got 1 Uber push for this.
Absolutely, they've only really got, yeah, as you said, 1 clean push left to make this work. Other than that, they're just going to be looking for gimmicks and praying that their pick classes find, you know, like find a good frag. And they are going to be pushing around onto this right side now with that Uber, and no one's really seen them. They've walked in for free. Oh, Haku using just in time, does take 1 pipe, and Ripe's going to go down along with Strone. Bez 2, and Spans for the quick 2k there, as Quicker falls to B's. Denker's going to get stabbed by Nightmare, and Span's going to go down as well, but for the most part that was very much in favour of Art of Throwing. They do lose B's. They've lost Spans, B's and Denker though, so the dry push might be imminent as Justice finds Sebastian. That is a brilliant pick. That's exactly what they need, as Extra Solar goes down as well, and now they can get this push on the go. 30 seconds left, it can be done. It's all or nothing here as Denker does find Bez, however. It's going to be Ripe, it's just sticking to the cart. Taking a lot of stam in the process though. 24 seconds left. They've got to start getting some damage out. Quicker's doing a decent job there. He finds the sentry. He gets Denker as well.
Oh, back right now. Going to be used on
up to the back.
Going to be trying to sit on this card now. Everyone's on it. Extra trying to defend it with his life. Quicker's going to be on it. Zant's going to be on it as well. On 1 health. Nightmare's going to try and decloak on it as well. But to no avail. There's 5 seconds left, and they managed to pull out. The spawn wave comes through for Art of Throwing. So that's going to be a GG for them as they take Borneo and upwards. So I think that's about it.
I think that's the 3rd round, isn't there?
Or is there?
Yeah.
Am I absolutely brain dead right now? I'm absolutely
I know,
brain
Mark.
dead.
I know there's a bit of bias towards Art of Throwing, but they're not quite there yet. Yeah, we will be going into the 3rd round.
Yikes!
As Art of Throwing taking that 2nd round there on Borneo, and all or nothing now. As we go into the 3rd round, and just to recap, if anyone's just joining us, this is the Art of Throwing versus the Bureau in the first upper bracket round of UGC's Premium Highlander Season 26, brought to you by ChrisCast. And if you haven't already, make sure you drop a little sub down below, or check out our Patreon. But otherwise, we are getting ready for this 3rd round now. And it is going to be...
I just realised what it was. It's because I want this Borneo to be over as soon as possible, chando. That's what it is. Because it never seems to end every single time on Borneo, so yeah, that's right. You know, forgive me for calling the GG then. But you know, hopefully we don't go for the 3rd round, because it's going to be a very long game otherwise. As the what was the 3rd map again? I can't remember.
Products.
Oh, products. Okay, so hopefully if it does go to the 3rd round, it will be a bit more fast paced. But going to be going to this 3rd round, as you said. I think, see, at this point, it's like both teams have had a round against each other and won, so they kind of know each other's strats. and they know the weaknesses, so they're trying to kind of reinforce on those weaknesses to try and prevent them from sort of coming through as much. And, you know, maybe we'll see if this is a very quick time.
It might just be that at this rate, as the doors open now and the Bureau make their way through the left-hand side, they've got a little bit of contest from Bees there. He's going to back out pretty quickly, probably just trying to get some info there, as Frog's going to get found out, taken down by McNando. Bit of spam from Murphy. He does fall quite weak, has to back up a little bit there, and the cart's just getting pushed methodically. And Ripe kind of sneaking under the top left platform there, trying to get some spam onto the sentry. He does go down along with McNando. Bees is going to go down as well. It's back and forth frags here at the minute, but you can kind of see that the art of throwing combo kind of had to back up a little bit there. They've lost Murphy as well now, and the sentry, so they should really think about getting out here. Extra soda, surely a goner as well. Is he gonna? That was an insane drop.
He manages to drop Haku in all that commotion. As well as, he's still alive actually. Did be looking for the soldier frag and possibly his pyro frag, but no, Strano just point him out. Manages to, he gets the double revolver frag in the meantime on the very low health players. So, yeah, coming in big there for art throwing on the side of the spy on fire. So they're going to be sitting on 100% still. I mean, imagine to find frags left and right here, and Sentry's still up as well. I mean, Zam kind of got it at level 2. Maybe be putting it back a bit as he's getting spammed out quite quicker. But, ooh, close bomb by Bees there, but not managing to find as much as he'd probably hoped for.
No, and despite that brilliant spy play, they are going to be able to take this first point in a decent amount of time as well. Setup now is on to Jenkins for the second point for Art of Throwing. And I think my internet's crashed.
Oh, that's a rip. There he goes again. That's quicker. Gonna be looking to spam out the Art of Throwing side here as Bez getting spans on the track. They're being very wary of fire right now as Strano is flaming everywhere around this car. Haku just about coming up to Uber. Fire is again on Haku's back, so Strano probably going to find him this time though. Yeah, it does hear him on that bicycle. So, ooh, Denko getting a nice snipe onto Bez though. As, Ripe almost catching out the demo as well. Murphy almost going down to the heavy there, is getting some buffs from Seb. As Nightmare's going to try to look to go in behind as this unfolds. Doesn't cloak, or just get found out by extra, so no spy checking there by Art Throwing. We're trying to push up this cart as much as possible. Level 3 being built by Zam right now in this sort of top area on the very far back. Uber is actually getting exchanged. Sis could be taking the brunt of that as they have a much better Uber. I mean, not much offense coming through for there. As Bees with the big bomb, just get quicker with that. Managed to barely, no, just get picked off by McNando as McNando's going to try and go back onto the cart. Bez finding Sis as well, so no pyro to reflect if they decide to push in here. As Spans is kind of left alone here to defend against the cart. Level 2 is trying to defend, but Nightmare managed to pick it up. Managing to focus the energy this time as the cart is very, very close to being capped, so they need to be careful this doesn't actually go any further. Justice trying to make some space in Jenkins, getting blocked by the dispenser. He's going to find extra solar alone on this sort of packet area. Car is still going to get capped. Ram going to be on it right now, as they shouldn't really think about contesting it. They're very far forwards, are throwing. Going to be trying to retreat to third now. Zamp is alive, so going to be trying to build on third. Going to be going back onto this third point. As just as good trying to find them out as much as possibly can. 100% on Seb though right now as B's going down, so no soldier class to deny this side area stairs if they decide to go there. I think we're going to be welcoming in Grumpy since she has a bit of connection issues. Hello, Grumpy.
Hello, Buck. How's it going? I'm just logging into the game, so if you just want to carry on for a bit, and then we'll start talking about Highlander.
Yes, we'll do. Justice actually putting in a lot of space here in this top area. Going to be 3 down right now on the side of the offense. Spawns, but Murphy getting picked off as well. But I mean, Sis with some big shotgun shots and with the help from Seb and Denkra, we're trying to defend this sort of left side area. Going to be caught, sort of not even entered the building yet as Zamp Sentry going to be trying to prevent that cart from moving any further forwards. Haku sitting on 100%. He's slowly making his way onto the bridge with the rest of his team. We're still looking for a bit of a better exchange here. They need to be probably focusing Sis post Uber here because his reflex have been pretty on point to deny their Ubers. And Nightmare getting caught out as well is not going to be very helpful for them, so no spy to sap the sentry. Now as they come in actually on this one side, as there's the Wrangled Sentry pushing off all the players as well as the Air Blast. Extra coming in post Uber as well to fight them, and it's going to be fragging really hard. Going to be fighting Rope under the stairs. Just managed to pick that off as Fire picks off the medic Haku in the background, but many players going down in return actually on the defense.
Yeah, that was actually really well played by Extra Solar, coming back in just at the end of that Uber situation. From the looks of it, Sebastany, he actually dropped during that whole exchange situation. He wasn't able to use, so that's not too good. Now Nightmare's in behind, giving information to his team as they're trying to set up some semblance of a hold right now. Buck, as they do go in, they do get bears, so that's one pick, but it's not going to be too much. As they just need to push in maybe. Oh, the spy play went in, wasn't able to connect it at all, but really, how are the red team going to get back into sort of a decent hold position right now?
I'm not sure, I mean, they're disconnected. I mean, Murphy's trying to make his way in, Extra's trying to make some space on the low ground actually. It's forward out, as they managed to, like, Spans and Extra doing a lot of work in this lower area as the combo for the enemy team is on the other side of the building. Zam just try and actually just get picked off with those sentry gun, but Extra going to be sort of heavy MGing Rope once again, manages to get it once again for himself as Seb sort of sitting with 100%, but Nightmare with the massive drop onto Seb manages to get the medic there, as the rest of the team are going to be trying to fall out here, as there's a lot going down the side of this defense.
Yeah, so that was a really good opportunity made as Mick Nando actually is just having a little 1v1 with the Pyro, does go down, but his team, you know, took opportunity where it was given to them and they were able to push forward. And now, sadly, the red team, by the way, I can't even remember which team is which, has to you know, backpedal right now and try and create something. Look, Frog behind, Fire, I believe his old name was, looking to go on to that medic, but right now, Extra Solar denying the demo, but not in a good position right now. They've got 6 minutes to hold this up, and they really don't want to.
He's been trying to rotate into this side area right now. I mean, Riper's trying to make some space. Stronic trying to walk in here to be spy checking a bit as Beast is probably cool that they've rotated. I mean, Murphy's putting a lot of spam onto this car as well. Span's going to be trying to hide in this corner as he's been doing for like most of the defenses. That's essentially been trying to spam them out. Wrangled, Zamp actually finding Nightmare as the Uber just come out. No Uber in return just yet from Seb since he doesn't have it. Lots of reflex onto Quicker. Zamp managed to keep the sentry alive through all that, but he just tried out the sentry eventually and his own life. Ripe in the small one, B's going to be jumping in behind as he's going to be trying to find Haku. Ripe's on the car though, Uber gets sort of pushed onto the car and he's going to be trying to clean up on all these frags, but needs to be careful of Bears on this side area as Spans going to be trying to push him out now, but Haku actually managed to get out alive there, so maybe going to be sort of trying to build this up very slowly.
Yeah, very really late Uber, but oh my god!
Oh god.
Nightmare just weaves his way in, getting Seb, so again, they have no heals right now, and the Bureau are actually using this to their advantage. The demo actually goes for a play onto the medic, not able to do so, but the medic, I was about to say the only one getting out of there, but does end up dying. But Nightmare put in so much work for his team, gets Bs, and that's going to be the round. They did it in time, and that's not... Oh, sorry, they were setting time. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up. I've been playing lobbies and stuff. I'm helping you guys out.
We'll forgive you. It's fine.
Please do.
It's right. I called GG earlier when it wasn't even over. So you know, I'm sure we'll forgive you for the thinking it's all over still now.
As many people know, I don't really play that much Highlander either. So I don't even know if 8 minutes is a good time.
I don't know. It's to be fair, it's a good time, yeah. Because I mean, you know, usually time is looking at like 10, 12 minutes if you get decent last and thirds, and 8 minutes could be should be okay for them to defend against. To be fair, I mean, they've managed to play a lot better around the sentry a bit than they did before. And I think the assassin class is like Nightmare doing a lot more work actually further up the scoreboard now. So coming in big for his team, but I think both boys kind of putting in decent med frags because I mean both of the meds need to turn around a bit more and actually getting focused a lot by each team. I mean a bit of a standard setup right now. I mean. What your predictions based off this sort of bit of game
you're
so far?
Me for
I'm chucking it in there.
Okay, I think the Bureau, if they can hold this well and they just play around their sentry correctly, it'll be really good. Like you mentioned, Nightmare's done a lot of work in the last section. So it could work. But, oh, Frog nearly accidentally gets bombed by Bez. But right now, Cookie A actually the first to go down. Bit of trading here and there. Extra Solar down as well, so they don't have the heavy to do this actual push in. But they get the sentry gun down really quick. But now, Rave trying to stay things alive, but he's not able to do so. And they're going to have to use their Uber a little bit later than I thought they should have. But they're doing so much work, and they're denying all these players right now, Buck.
Yeah, Nightmare manages to come in after the post Uber. Going to be finding the mid as Strono going to be managing to just about live. Carter's moved quite far up, but yeah, big bomb for B's. Actually, good trying to almost pick off the Pyro there, but Extra doesn't even care. He's going to be walking in anyway on the heavy class. As Bez is on the track, trying to deny him as well, but I mean, there's way too many players here for him to try and deny alone. As they're managing to sort of smartly back out here. Bit of a small ad for Haku, but probably not much to play off. As they're going to be trying to walk forwards onto this track area and trying to keep this momentum going.
I swear to God, I'm helping you out and you're just telling me off. I'm sorry, the heavy's name is Ribe. Not what I said earlier. Anyway.
Oh yeah, you can't be saying that word.
Can't be saying that word.
No, actually,
back into the actual game, and Extra Solar doing a lot of work to deny the players all on that balcony area, trying to deny. Oh, Benka, nice little sniper shot, doming someone. I'm not sure what class. That was the Pyro actually, so that was good. Ripe goes down. And McNando trying to do something, just backpedals into the shotgun blast. So much happening right now for both teams, but Bureau looking like their defense is crumbling a little bit, Bug. The Conch has come up trying to deny, doing a little bit of good work here and there. The Pyro goes down as well as the Heavy, and they've managed to hold on to this for the time being, Buck, but only time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, they got a level 2 sentry, they didn't really focus it. Rambo managed to keep this sort of defense alive for the Bureau right now. Murphy walking in alone, Fire managed to actually, oh no, Haku going down in the meantime, stands in front of a sap sentry, not the wisest decision. There's only 3 people left up, make that 2 people left up for the defense at the moment in time as Bees trying to take this aggression forward, so we'll play from the spam classes of Arthur to come in here as the car has been slowly moved
Bees
up
in deep.
60%.
Bees is actually in so deep, trying to go for Rambasaur. Manages to get it. He just chased. Nice little strafe jump from him, actually. Well done in that regard. But look at this aggression. They're in so quick. Nightmare probably trying to throw a spanner in the works, but no hold from Art of Throwing right now. As things are looking not too... Oh, sorry. The Bureau. Art of Throwing a blue. I'm going to have to get used to that. And as they go in with this Uber, they're trying to clean up players. They clean up McNando. Oh, they got so many players. Haiku just managing to slither his way out on 10 HP. Woo.
Yeah, managed to barely scale alive. Just managed to, I thought he'd get the health back to be fair, but he didn't. He managed to just dodge that. And yeah, this is a terrible defense on this third right now. I mean, imagine to get so many frags and then Arthur coming in with a very superior Uber advantage and using it to full effect. As Seb getting spammed out very hard, B's going to go down in return. They're getting very close. They're actually going to try and use into them right now. Seb's going to try and run for his life. But they're not going to find much. McNando's on the chase. This is with Seb. Justice is going to try and jump in, but I mean, I don't think they'll find much. They're going to try and deny this cart for now. But yeah, Seb again with the advantage. It's very back and forth.
Yeah, they need to be kind of focusing on setting up either a decent last hold right now or just something in these forward areas just to slow them down. They have to hold on for 4 minutes. And Art of Throwing are not letting any space be given to the Bureau right now as they're doing some good spam. Bees and what is this? What is this?
Oh, I love this.
What is this?
I love this.
This is such BM. This should not be allowed. Hiding on that fence. That is disrespect. I don't care if it's a strat. That is mean. As they get the headshot onto the Pyro, they're going to use this Uber in on the left-hand side. They're not picking up too many players. They get Ripe, and they go for the sentry gun now. They get the sentry gun, and they're pushing forward, trying to get onto the... Oh, Medic's so low. Medic actually gets forced in Spawn. That's the worst place to be forced, Buck. That's all of these blue players are just barreling down on this point. They're trying to get it. I think if they get this, if they go to final, if they get this, is this final for Arthur?
They'll be going to
third map.
Well, if Bureau manages to hold this, well, Bureau's going to hold this still for like what 3.5 minutes.
Yeah,
so,
with that much to go, whew,
yeah,
it's going to be hard.
I mean, it is doable. I mean, they're smaller now. They just need to get like possibly a bigger sentry set up. I mean,
Nightmare can pull out some magic. Maybe he's duking and dodging, but he's going to get picked up very quickly. I'm not even sure what Zyper's doing. Frog's looking for an opportunity to do it. He gets spotted out straight away as he decloaks. Is he going to slither his way out?
He lives.
How? Whilst that's happening, Mick Nando actually goes down to Spans, and things are kind of fizzling out into a stalemate as they're trying to create it, but quick demo down. That's not something you want to lose on a last hold. Frog back in, looking for a back. He's just pushing the cart.
Oh my God.
No one's to deny it.
No one's stopping the smoke. Oh, what the hell was that? Come on, Bureau. That is going to be a big GG. Actually, I can call that now for once.
Yeah, you can do that right now.
Art of Throwing, taking the second map there. So yeah, commiserations to the Bureau. I mean, what did you see go wrong in that last very few seconds there?
They just walked away from the cart.
Who knew? Who knew the cart was the objective in that situation?
Oh, I mean, it's like it's a team-based objective game.
Who'd have thunk it? So there we go.
Like nearly every class in this game yells "push the cart" at some point. You think someone or defend the cart? Someone would have listened to that. Okay, but
well, apparently
we'll go
not.
on to my favourite thing. So let's go on to logs.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going with the logs. I mean, at the very top, actually, the frags. There's gonna be Sis on Pyro, 20-7. Gonna be finding many a kill on that class. As Nightmare actually doing pretty well for his team, as we were saying before, actually going 19-15. Damage-wise, though, I mean, Murphy topping the charts, obviously to be expected. I mean, he's been pounding pretty much the whole game, 15-8 on 7,500 damage and 450 DPM on Borneo. And yeah, I mean, that's just pretty well played just overall there from Art of Throwing. I think they had like a lot more cohesion towards the end. I think they kept their focus a bit more. Like they were kind of clumped together a lot more as well. I was noticing compared to Bureau, and Bureau were just losing frags like everywhere. And it was just very unfortunate, really. So
never underestimate the power of a death ball. Like a death ball combo setup where you just have like most of your classes just round your medic can be so effective, especially in Highlander.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And, you know, I think Art of Throwing just using that to full effect, really. But, yeah, I think that will wrap it up for that playoff game. Art of Throwing going to be going forwards into the more UGC playoff games in the future. And, Bureau losing out there, unfortunately, as going to be going to the lower bracket, I think, for that. So, following on from this, going to be possibly more UGC Critscast action in the future, as going to be moving forwards. I'm not sure who the next teams are, actually, but we're looking forward to seeing that.
There's a bracket on screen. I'm helping.
Wow, Grumpy with the big words.
Yay.
And seeing if Chando is alive still. Possibly connection-wise. Chando, are you alive?
I think I am.
Hi, Chando.
It lives again.
So, yeah, sorry about that. And a big thank you to Grumpy Koi for basically just sitting in Mumble for the past, hour, just in case my internet died out again.
I'm not Grumpy Koi anymore, by the way.
You're not Grumpy Koi, I don't know. It's just Jake now, is it? It's just Jake now.
It's just
we don't need another Jake in this ETF2L or
we don't.
UGC community, but another Jake... I can go with that. But a big thank you to Jake for stepping in at the last minute there. But I believe that is going to do it as Art of Throwing bound on to the next stage of these UGC Premium Highlander Season 26 playoffs. And it has been a great game to watch. Commiserations, however, to the Bureau, who will fall down now to the lower bracket. And they will be facing an opponent to be decided. And we will be covering these matches every Monday, and we'll be covering ETF2L as well as and when the matches come up. So stay tuned for that, and make sure to drop a sub if you haven't already. Follow us on Twitter and check out our Patreon if you're feeling generous. But
Twitch
I think
Prime,
that is
boys.
going to do it. Yes, there is that Twitch Prime, so it is basically free. I think if you've got Twitch Prime, so make sure to check that out. But once again, big shout out to Grumpy Koi. Big shout out to Virgin Media. Make sure you do not use them if you're from Britain. They are not a good internet service provider.
I tell you what. I work at a certain place that after this, if you speak to me, I may be able to save you some money on your your internet. So
Oh god.
Wow. Yeah,
So-
finest
the
finest
self-promos.
salesman. If you work for Sky, I'm not going
I
to
don't
be using
work
you
for
either.
Sky.
You
I don't work for Sky, but let's move on.
Okay,
Now
okay.
we're just saying stuff that we don't sponsor.
Absolutely not. But I believe that is going to wrap it up then for today. So big shout out to ChrisCast. Thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Hi, old beaver! Away!